I will go to the Moto Limited boys. I'll go to Trent first, and then Nick, you can go after.
Thought I was just gangster, but anyway.
You are certainly not gangster. No. You ready?
No.
I will be champion. Here we go.
Any athlete will tell you what you have to sacrifice to win is tough.
And here's what America's hoped for all year long.
Holy shit, here we go. And it's producing chain.
This is the center stage of Moto Podcasts. Welcome to the Moto Limited Show, presented by Street Race Solutions, live from Brisbane, Australia. Here are your hosts, Trent and Nic Still.
Show 49 is live. Welcome to the Moto Limited Show presented by Street Race Solutions.
Nick from Australia.
What is up?
Hey.
Got the drop right this week.
What's cracking?
Mate, we're here Monday. Claws up.
Claws up.
Claws up.
Claws up.
Yes.
You know, the first one was a little bit hard to drink. The first sip was a little bit hard.
It was a bit rough.
A bit rough.
A bit rough after Saturday night.
I feel a little bit rough myself, but it's not Saturday, Trent. It's Monday. It's 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We are live on Facebook. This Moto Limited Show is pleased to be partnered up with Street Race Solutions, Roo Systems, Ride Tribe Designs, Hyperlyfe Clothing, National Lunar, KTR, Arcade Chains and Sprockets, Queensland Bike and Four-Wheel Drive, MP Suspension, and Moto Oils.
You got a lot of gusto tonight, Nick. You're
Gusto.
Full of gusto. We are live on the Moto Limited Show Facebook, so join in the conversation in the comment section below if you are listening live. The archive will be available, as always, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so you can rewatch this on YouTube as well. And remember, guys, check out MotoLimitedShow.com. We've got all the merch there. We've got the Team 17 stuff there as well.
Team 17, baby.
And one thing we did talk about with that, Nick, as well, is that the profit we make out of that Team 17 merch is going back to
straight to Talia Drew
for her racing career. So get in there, get some of that merch and supporting our local riders. And as Nick and I are both fans of females in sport,
hell yeah,
we're doing that to go get some Team 17 merch or the Moto Limited Show stuff as well. As well as check out all the links to all our partners on there as well. They're doing good stuff for us.
Best in the business.
They are. No in-studio guest tonight for us, Nick, again this week, but we have a big show number 50 next week.
Hell yeah, we've got some cool stuff coming up. So
it's good stuff.
We won't give away too much.
No, we're not. We got a big show tonight though.
Oh, every show's a big show.
This one's got some fire on it. And I said you've come in with gusto, I think, early on because we have an absolute fire show coming.
It's fire. Every Monday's fire. It's about as hot as them wings ate Saturday night. and T Drew literally could sit there and eat them and not like
she like
it was not okay. I was like, why are you doing this like so well? And she's like, it's fine, and just picks up another one. Just
she was a man amongst boys.
Oh, proper.
She showed us what was up. But we tonight, Nick, are joined by Scott Lillis, all the way from France tonight. He's the good thing about that time zone is it's actually daytime. So
for once, it works in our favor.
Yeah.
The amount of times I have to try and, hey guys, you want to come on the Moto Limited Show? Talking to Americans. I go, hey guys, want to come to the Moto Limited? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're just going to be up at 1:30 a.m. Is that okay with you?
No, it's not. No. Sorry, guys. We appreciate you, but no.
I'm sure they would get up for Alex Go, but
yeah, for sure. Well, of course you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, MotoLine.com.
Bring it celebrity.
We got Scott coming on. As I said, from France. He's at the moment he's Zach Pichon's mechanic, obviously son to the legendary Mikel Pichon.
Yep.
So he's over there at the moment doing that. We had him on an after show when we were doing them a little while ago with all Supercross and stuff on a Tuesday. We had him on and he's got stories.
Some of the stories he's got and the knowledge he's got, I could sit there for hours and just poke his brain and be like, do you remember this? Do you remember this?
And he spent a lot of time in the US too, Nick, and he keeps a good eye on that scene. So we're going to be doing some bench racing with him. Obviously, as we go through some of this Lucas Oil Pro Motocross from Spring Creek. Bit of Millville. And then we're going to have Joel Rizzo on later tonight. This one's going to be a fun one. We've got some stuff coming when it comes to having Joel on. And for me too, personally, I grew up with Joel, so it's going to be cool for him to come on.
Old friends.
He rang me today. He's like, "So how are we doing this?" I'm like, "Just on the phone, bud. It's all good." He goes, "Okay."
So how are we doing?
Yeah, no idea. I was like, "Just come on the phone."
That's all you need.
We'll crank it. So those guys will be joining us later on tonight, but we are joined in here pressing the 1s, 2s, and 3s as he always is, making us look way smarter with the camera angles. And I guess he makes us look good, Nick, doesn't he?
Looks good, makes us sound good, makes it seem like we know what we're talking about. Complete across the board.
Yeah. He's the technical wizard himself. Wiz, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, no luck, guys. Just here again, another week.
Another week. You should make it sound like a grind.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah. We don't force you to come in or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not at all. Just
I got to bribe you with pizza.
Hey,
and that was very well done.
It was
I
good.
will
No,
give
it's fine.
it that.
It's
how
fine.
good were pizzas?
It's either pizza or Fender and Fairy Bread, so...
Come on, you
That's a winner.
get fed
I
well
don't
here.
mind.
You get fed well here.
Hey, dude, if it was Fender and Fairy Bread, I ain't complaining.
No, I'm not either.
No,
not either.
I'm also there.
How are
Aussie
you?
favourite.
How are you, Wiz, off the back of your let's call it a show debut last week? You've been on the show, but you actually on the show, and you made an intro too. You drop on the intro,
Yeah.
so
It's definitely a good thing in my eyes. So
you're
hopefully everyone else feels the same. But
keep Wiz around. We might have to do a poll
Yeah,
whether
do
we
we
keep
keep Wiz?
you or sack you. We're not sacking you because we got no idea what we're doing.
Should be it's a shit show already.
Absolute shit show. So we got Wiz joining us all night as always. Plenty to get through tonight, Nick, as we've got, we're going to announce a little bit later on after the high-low segment. We are announcing the winner of the Privateer Takeover. I guess we're just going to have to figure this out because we haven't actually spoken about
Yeah,
this.
look, we probably should have organised this a lot better than what we have, but I've got a name. Have you got a name?
I've got a name.
I reckon we just send it in the middle of the show. We'll send it. You say the name, I'll say the name.
And then Wiz will be the tiebreaker.
And then Wiz, you'll have to decide. You'll have to decide either two. But while we're giving stuff away,
yes,
that 520 chain there.
Yes.
Where's that going?
The 520 MXU U-ring chain we gave to a archive listener.
Woo-wee.
And
that thing was flogged.
Roach, dude. It should be up on the screen now for you guys watching live. Gareth Stewart, I had practiced that all day and I stuffed it. Gareth Stewart had the most roach chain of sprocket. I'm sorry, Gareth, but you're only getting a chain. You need sprockets as well.
Yeah, Gareth. I looked at it. I was just like, maybe we need to get the guy some sprockets as well because this isn't good. That is not safe, Gareth.
So Gareth has got himself a top of the range MXU U-ring chain coming his way. We got some cool stuff coming up, Nick. As I said, the takeover stuff. Tonight, though, we've got a couple of prizes we're giving away tonight.
What are we giving away?
And an archive one. Tonight, Nick, we've got a 7100, Moto 7100 4-litre 4-stroke oil to give away, as well as a Moto 800 2-stroke.
2-stroke?
4-litre.
Our 2-stroke listeners. How are people winning this?
How are they winning this, Nick?
Yes, how are they winning it?
Well, first of all, we want to see some sweet looking 2-strokes for this 2-stroke oil.
Okay.
DM us some pictures of your 2-stroke. Little mini bikes too. We love the mini bikes.
We're junior friendly.
Yeah, we love that stuff. Send through a picture
if it's
of your
cow,
bike.
you get extra points.
Yep, get it through to us straight away in the DMs. We'll be searching that through till the ad break. So you have till the ad break to do that, which will be 7 p.m.
What about the other? How are we giving away the other?
We're going to go with, last week, we had the best comment, Nick.
Best comment.
And I think we're going to run that again tonight. What do you think?
Yep. Let's go best comment. Doesn't have to be... It can be absolutely anything. It could be a friggin'... If you're sitting there with some weird fact that's about dolphins...
Send it. Yeah, we want to see...
If it's dolphins, turtles, anything.
Dolphins.
It's no sharks. If it's sharks, you're going to lose. But dolphins or turtles, yes.
Penguins would be good. Penguins would be good.
Penguins. I know where a track named Penguin is.
Where?
Tasmania.
Really?
Okay.
Do some research.
Yeah.
Silly fun facts.
Yeah, isn't it? That could be the new segment.
Yeah, trust me, it ain't.
Got no facts.
Can flog you at golf. There's a fact. Oh!
If you're watching the Moto Limited Show Instagram story, you'll see Nick in his full privates.
I guarantee you, someone comments on this about my golf attire or the way I swing a golf.
Yeah.
But I was going to say golf bat.
That shows how good you are at golf.
Golf club.
Yeah. So you can, I mean, best comment. You can take that.
I'm going to cop shit.
Yeah, you can take it out of him for that. If you didn't see it, too bad. It was an Instagram story. It's gone now. But we got that comment, as well as we want you guys in the comment section throwing us some topics for the motocross segment. We're going to, get in there and talk about some different
if there's
topics.
Anything that strikes your mind, it's Australian stuff, international, local.
Questions.
MXGP, absolutely anything with two wheels and a motor or two wheels in general.
Yep.
Throw it in. We'll have a chat. We'll talk about it. We'll break it down. And
That's right. Get in the comment section.
If they're good, we'll even argue about it.
Yeah, that could be good. That could be good for sure. So send us through a picture of your two-stroke because that's going to be a little bit of a theme for tonight, Nick.
Yep.
We'll tease that early on. The Moto 800 will go to a two-stroke, best two-stroke picture, or you get it through, whatever.
Best two-stroke factory bike of all time. What is it? I think we'll share the same.
It's good. I think we're just going to go Stu's KX25.
Oh, I was either going to go Stu's like 125 or like maybe RC.
Yeah, the RC 98.
Early, like the pro circuit bikes when Mitch was like first building, they'd be like so dope.
The Peak Antifreeze, CRs. Oh, they're better too.
By the way, I'm still getting messages about not wearing shoes in our Instagram story. I just had a shower. I literally walked into the room. Give me a break.
Come on. Put your foot on the desk. Still no shoes on. Oh, socks. Get them out of here.
Hyperlyfe socks.
Bit of Hyperlyfe socks. We do. Hyperlyfeclothingco.com.au. Get yourself 15% off using code Moto Limited. At Hyperlyfe, I got my hoodie on tonight as well. Not my hoodie, but just my jumper. What do you call these things? Jack jumper? Sweater?
Wiz, what do you call it?
Good question. Well asked.
Yeah, well asked.
Fantastic. Thanks for that, mate.
If you're in the comment section, let us know what I'm wearing because I got no idea. Fashion sense is up.
I've got my technical sense on computers, not really clothing wear.
I know one thing about that.
Yeah.
It's drip.
It is. It is very good.
Very.
So yeah, we're going to get to that a little bit later on. Pictures of that. And then, as I say, comments all night. Get it through.
A crew. It's called a crew.
A crew, yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Mr. Joseph Van Scherpenseal.
One of the owners of Hyperlyfe. And I was at his facility the other day, and that thing is still awesome.
Nathan Bernard, Spitfire KX 125s from RC era were the best. I'm with Nathan on that. These things were so tight, bro.
Yeah.
And that's spelled TYT.
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. That or the Mike Brown one that was like green with the white into the white rear guard with the red.
And if you've ever if any of you guys have ever had the chance to go for a walk or go on YouTube and go through the pro circuit bikes they've got there, they have like all them classic 125, 252 strokes, and dude, they are so sick.
What about the even those original four strokes for how buckets they were, those PC ones?
Do you remember I think it was 06 when Monster was a first thing and you had the black guards, everything's all blacked out, Monster on the side.
Yeah, Villo's one.
It was clutch covers were new and everything, not new, but that's where they were printing them, and it looks so cool.
Yeah, Villo's one was mint. And then the one when he had the one with the red background, but that is when they first brought in the red championship backgrounds and they put the number one in black instead of white. And it was to replicate the 250 class. Yeah. 450s were white. And I was like, it's just different.
So Blake Thomas, sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins can. That's the shit. That's what I want to know.
This is a moto podcast, but we got some cool facts.
I want some like I said, dolphins, turtles, no sharks.
No sharks. So yeah,
we're not a shark podcast.
Keep them coming through. But yeah, that's a factory 125, no four strokes.
Yeah.
Dude, four stroke, best four stroke of the four stroke era. I don't want to say factory because mine, quote unquote factory, but four stroke.
Okay.
Do you want some time? I'll tell you mine.
Yours is going to be like an RMZ.
Nope.
Dude, I've probably got to go. There was a year, actually no, 2016 Pro Circuit KX 250F.
Yeah.
Dude, those things.
You're a PC guy.
I know, just those things. The attention to detail on those motorcycles are friggin' unbelievable. A close second would be the HRC CRF 450s. Just because they don't look completely tricked out. They just look, they look aesthetically pleasing. I like them.
Yeah, no.
What about you?
Not mine. Mine is 2008 Kevin Wyndham. Not Geico, it was Torco Oils.
I was about to say Torco, yeah.
Yeah, the factory connection Honda one. I had that stick kit on my away bike.
Oh, like early factory connection days.
Yeah, not super early, but yeah, 2008. It was.
Yeah.
You go look it up. It's like the swirly pattern. It was like just different for the time, and the curves followed the bike, and it just looked epic. Just as something different. Like I said, the factory Hondas were always just like red and white and black, and that was it. Where this thing was that, but it had some flair, and I was like,
Villo's Destination bike, had the American through it. I liked that. That thing was pretty cool.
That was
that thing was sick.
We talked about Destinations where we want to see the flag as the number board.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be cool.
Darren May, Yamaha of Troy.
Yes.
Joseph Chaparral Yamaha.
Oh,
yeah, I can see that.
1-800 collect on it.
Yeah, that's it. Early days, yeah.
Man, that 96 CR250 of Jeremy McGrath.
What about the it wasn't the remake, it was the actual bike that he rode that
but it was
Kenny rode through the straight rhythm.
Yeah, but it was to look like he's 96, but it was actually his last 05 bike that he ever rode.
That thing was sick.
That's sick.
Harrison Edwards, fun fact of penguins, a group of penguins in the water is called a raft, but on the land they're called a waddle.
This is sick. Are you writing these down?
I hope so.
Everyone's coming in hot.
It's just...
We are having a fun show, and a little teaser for everyone, Nick. We talked about this in the car on Saturday night. Little teaser about how things are changing here.
Yeah.
Moto Limited Show.
Yep. Live 6 p.m. Australian Standard Time on Facebook.
That's it.
And YouTube.
We are looking at starting a race recap podcast, which is us going to deep dive into the racing for the weekend. So Australian, American, all that sort of stuff. If you want to deep dive in that, we're going to be doing that as a separate podcast on a sort of a Sunday night. The live show is going to be a lot of what we're doing tonight right now. Just talking to people, having fun. There's a couple other things coming down the pipeline, which we're about to decide, which is going to make it even more interactive for everyone.
Hell yeah.
And we're all about just having a good time on a Monday night, talking about some racing, talking about some weird topics like this, talking about penguins, whatever. So just a little teaser. If it sounds a little different, looks a little different tonight, it's because we're trying to test some stuff out. And if you guys enjoy it, let us know, because that's probably what's coming down the pipeline.
And if you got any criticism, alex.gobert@motoonline.com. Just send it through to there, and Alex will sort it out for you.
You're on one at the moment. He got you a perler during the week, so it's a very heavy there. It's
we love you, Alex.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Let's get to high-low segment. We got some messages already coming through. Some two strokes. Ready to go, Wiz?
Let's do it.
This is the Hyperlyfe High-Low segment, where we go through what's high and low in everyone's Hyperlife. Head over to hyperlifeclothingco.com.au and use the code Moto Limited to save 15% off your order.
I know you know how I'm coming. I'm out in LA like 23, throwing up oops is nothing. You need to let boys be boys before they...
Go to hyperlifeclothingco.com.au, 15% off. As I said, I was up there the other day. They've got a pretty awesome ride facility up there, and recorded a podcast too, Nick. Brock Sleater, who we talked about a few weeks ago, had a pretty bad accident. Perforated bowel, had to have, he's got a big zipper up the bottom of his stomach. Sat down, had a chat to him just about the crash and about everything like that. So that's going to be up on YouTube and in the archive section if you guys want to have a listen, just to check in with him, see how he's going and see how everything's healing. And dude, the kid's a small kid to start with. You should see him now, Nick. He lost
a little bit of weight.
7 kilos off that little frame he has, dude. He looks like, it was windy on Saturday. We were nearly about to tarp him down because he was about to blow away.
That's a little rough, dude.
Well, he was actually pretty upset.
Nah, he's a pretty cool guy. Yeah.
And when we get to our review here of the racing, I've got to give him a shout out too, because he nailed me, and there's evidence too because we recorded it in the podcast. And he got me.
It's not hard.
That's not hard, no. Because I got no idea what I'm doing.
What's good? Hyperlife. High-low.
High-low. Let's
15% off. 15% off.
Yeah. Use the code Moto Limited to save. Wiz, we're starting down. You get the honor of going first because you said you didn't have anything. No, actually, we had no highs, so I hope you got a high ready. But what's your low?
This past week, man, I've nicknamed it the week from hell. It's anything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Yeah.
Like flat tire, engine blew up in my main car. Just
Is that why we're driving the Rizzo out the front?
Yeah, we're driving the.
Shout out Street Race Solutions.
Yeah, it's.
I think it's a bit
an 89. It's an 89 Honda Civic.
Not quite.
Private joke.
It's yeah. It's been rough, mate.
Yeah, it's.
Do you need a hug? Because Nick gives them out.
I give free hugs
for free.
Yeah,
for free.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe later.
Have one later.
Okay. I'd break one.
So a bit down, mate. It's been rough.
Yeah, here's what it is. Like coming into this next week, hopefully it's going to be a bit better. But
what do we to start it? But
how bad is it when shit doesn't go wrong for 3 days and you're just like, righto,
where is it?
Where is it?
Where is it? What are you down on?
I was having a good string. Like I had a run of like probably 2-3 weeks where it's just like, all right, everything's not too bad, and then bang,
turns to shit. What about you? I'll go last. You go in the middle.
Okay, cool. Well, mine nearly is like right off, and it literally happened about, what time is it now? 6:20. It happened about an hour ago. Me turbo hose blew again on my ute, and I went on the limp mode, and it sort of took me 25 minutes to get home. It took me 45 minutes to get home.
I was going to ring you and be like,
yeah,
you actually coming in tonight? Or
yeah. So once the show's finished and I finish editing everything, at 1 o'clock, I'll go and put a piece of wood in there and just try and hold the thing shut for a bit.
Yeah, that's
so I'm a bit down on that. My other one was going to go off my front yard, which is I'm sore as shit today because of my front yard. So go. What are you doing?
Backyard. I'm probably going to stick with you guys. Like, did a pretty quick drive between Byron Bay and the studio here. Thought I got away with it. Turns out I didn't. Didn't get away with that one. So Was Nation, I'm going to send you a bill.
Bill's in the mail, bud.
Bill's in the mail.
Check it out.
Hey, Wiz, what's high?
Yeah.
Hi. That pizza, dude. That pizza was fire.
You know your week's I won't say it.
It was good.
You can say it.
It was a great thing. Hey,
you said pleased by food, so
yeah, but you said you want to turn it around. Monday night in studio, just the boys, claws up, and pizza.
No better way to start it than pizza.
That's why. Nick.
No, it's give everything a go. What are you high on?
Me? I'm high on the fact I actually rode a dirt bike and it was fun as shit. Up at
6 laps, 7 laps.
I reckon a total of 15. All right, Joe will let me know how many because Joe was there because it was his facility, and what a epic facility he has up there too. It's where obviously Dobson and all that train with Ford.
Yeah, Kirk.
I rode there. Kirk, yes.
Thank you, Kirk.
After the boys they prepped it up and they rode it.
Oh, I'd be flogged. It
was so beat, and it was fun. Like it's really technical, like because they were pro bumps too, so you could like jump and hop things.
Pro bumps.
Yeah.
Show title.
Yeah.
Write that down.
I was having so much fun until my hands gave up half a lap into the first one, and then the jumping and the hopping and the wheeling stopped and just became bouncing through everything.
Did you boil any brakes?
Nah, because I couldn't even get the speed up. I was that tired already. Yeah,
that's rough.
She was rough, and then obviously I was down on being sore today, so it's been a hot minute, but that was a lot of fun. What are you up on, Nick?
Finally, just got to do some life things, you know what I mean? Like went in the coast, played some top golf, got blown out on social media about that. Had a few drinks, did some stuff. And Sunday, Was Nation had his young son Quinn turned 3. So got to spend some time in the park. And
how's the guy with 18th on Saturday night, then 3rd birthday on Sunday? Just getting the full array of what can happen.
So a big shout out to my little boy Quinn, the main man.
And Bailey Middleton too.
Yeah, Bailey 18. Middleton. Big 18.
Big 1-8. He's
18.
Killing it.
For fresh 18. We get him in the cab. We're driving to where we've got to go. He looks at me and says, I didn't bring my ID.
Oh, we're in the
well done, Bailey.
Yeah. So
well done.
So then we've had to which is not illegal because he is of age, but we are sneaking him drinks at the thing because he has no ID to show that we can give.
We like to do that here at the Moto Show.
We did live. We did nothing. No police. No incriminating. Nothing. Your sister's not watching?
I hope not.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope not.
I like how I drive home from the airport that time when I was running late for the show, and she's sitting in, and you're like, she's a cop. I'm like, well, I did speed.
I didn't speed.
I said nothing.
The speeding fine says otherwise. They lie.
So that's a high-low segment.
That's high-low.
Hyperlyfeclothingco.com.au, 15% off.
Moto Limited.
Get it done. Go and check out some merch today. Nic, let's announce this privateer takeover winner. As we discussed a little earlier on, we did not communicate this.
We really should have organised this better.
Well, we talked about it. We said, you pick a name, I pick a name, and then we'll discuss. We didn't do the discuss part of picking the names. So here we are now.
All right.
On the count, we go 3, 2, 1, go, and then say the name after go.
First, what are they winning?
They are winning the entry to both rounds of the Queensland titles.
Ooh, wee.
Mackay and Coolum, or Coolum first, should I say. A free set of tyres to each round of them.
Tyres of choice.
Pirelli.
What tyre?
Pirelli. You get a paddle.
Shit. Ooh, wee.
Paddle for Coolum, and then it's a 50-50 toss up what we're going to get at Mackay. Sometimes it's sandy and sometimes it's not so sandy.
Yeah.
So
that's probably going to be a bit. What else? There's got to be more.
Yeah, heaps more. Motul air filter change kit and an oil change kit.
Yep.
Thanks to the guys at Motul, as well as a set of Polysport plastics with a Moto Limited Show custom designed Ride Tribe graphics kit. All done.
It's a full factory ride.
Basically show up with your tent, front row. In the Moto Limited Show tent as well.
Got all the banners and everything carrying on.
And the one thing we've discussed as well is this is all getting video logged as well.
Yeah.
So
if you didn't click yes, but if you signed up, you have to accept the fact you're going to be on camera.
You're going to be on camera.
And you have to deal with me. And I do like to drink on Saturday evenings.
So, Nic.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go. You say a name. If it's the same name,
Wiz, count us down. 3, 2, 1.
Do you want me to say go as well?
Yeah. Say go.
Righto. 3, 2, 1, go.
Corey Chicken.
Oh, good.
That's sick.
Yes, Corey Chicken, you have won
yourself
the privateer takeover. And again,
find it. Get his ad up.
I'll get it up here. I'm clicking away on my computer as we speak. But Nic, I think it's the same reason that you picked it is why I picked it.
For the reason at the end, you know how we.
So we asked, why do you deserve it? Here it is.
Yeah.
Corey Chicken, he has a single mother who's working hard during the week to fund himself, and it's been a struggle lately to dedicate time and money to go to the racing, and it's really been a struggle for quite a while, and finally decided to give the Queensland titles a crack for his last year as a junior, and I can feel that. I was the same feeling that
you know what? That's one of our favourite classes, Trent.
It is Junior Light, so he's going to be in the Junior Light 4-stroke division.
That thing is tight.
And if he was going to win it, it would help himself out and his mum tremendously with payments for the Queensland titles, and he would love to experience it. I think this is what got me with the Moto Limited crew.
And my mother.
And his mother.
So big shout out, Corey Chicken, mate. That is...
we'll be in touch.
Yeah, that's awesome. But reading that, I knew straight away. The second I read that, I was like, bang.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that's not against anyone else that entered. Well, there was so many we had to go through.
Yeah.
And there is a lot more exciting things coming up. So
we got plenty of stuff coming. So
congratulations, Corey.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who entered that. As I said, massive prize. And we've got plenty of stuff like that we're in a pipeline we're trying to do. So get it done and
get it done.
That's sick. We'll be in touch because we've got some stuff we got to organize.
Yeah,
it was cool doing this.
You're gonna hate us when we're finished.
Oh no, you're not. You got to
had to vet out so many schmills as well.
Yeah, how many? Yeah.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah,
they all live in Toowoomba.
Yeah, there's a fair few deleted emails there.
I did notice that none of them made it in.
Yeah, no, there was some. I weeded them out. I was doing some weeding, but there was a heap of people that we had to choose from. As I said, for me, it was a hard decision, but just that one there, knowing how expensive this sport is, having a single mother trying to do it, that's, if we can help somebody out, that is...
Absolutely. And massive shout out to Lincoln International, Trent.
Yep, Lincoln
Can't do this without them.
Ride Tribe as well.
Ride Tribe Designs.
For hooking us up with that stuff.
Absolutely.
As well.
Helping the sport, Trent.
Yeah.
Can't do it without them.
That's right.
Massive thank you.
You're the winner. Congratulations. We need a congratulations thing to pop up and some noise. We got to work on some shit in the background. Plenty of stuff to do.
Just a soundboard would be nice. We've got two.
I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, we got plenty. Hey, Nic, let's rip through
Millville.
Some Millville chalk. Some round number 6.
Before we do that, let's just go back to the comments. If you guys have absolutely anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Could be AMA motocross, could be local, could be international, could be GP stuff, could be about penguins, not sharks, but turtles. If you have absolutely anything, throw it in there. We'll have a chat. We'll even argue about it.
Yep. And questions. If you got any questions about the racing and stuff, as I said, we wanted to answer tonight here live on the Moto Limited Show presented by Street Race Solutions.
Debate.
Oh, no, because we're up tonight. I'm keeping this vibe up, buddy.
No,
Don't bring me down. Millville.
Hey, mate. Pro Motocross.
Best track. Aesthetically looking.
Yeah.
But racetrack?
No.
I wasn't sold. And the whoops. Let's start there.
Well,
what whoops?
Where?
Yeah.
So the story with them, I believe, is for those that don't know, like with these AMA Nationals, so Friday is the amateur day. So the Friday, a lot of the track gets ridden all day. You know, amateurs, it's a huge thing. It's a really big weekend for motocross at every one of these rounds. They did not have any whoops at all.
No.
So the agreement was that Friday evening, the whoops were to be built up, made happen, pushed up, you know, make it look cool. And they were not. No,
they were small. And as I said, like, I've heard a lot of different things on a lot of different shows so far this week, which is only Monday, but this week, that, you know, I remember back in the day, like...
RC, dude.
I mean,
remember?
Stewart on the 125, and he's like, it was like one time there was one sort of...
Is this when they were going two?
No, is a one where he went on and then landed on this bump that was flat and then went like a step on, step off midway through, like I'm talking a long time ago, and then one where like Sellards goes up and along the bank a bit and then drops it. Like, they were monsters.
Dude, I think it's cool having something like that because it's so different. It's like these guys that can send it. It's somewhere where you can actually make up some pretty cool time.
Yeah, so I was a little probably there, and the track preps have been getting more consistent, Nick. We have had very similar racetracks that they're getting this not so deep, not so ripped and watered, and I just don't think that suited Millville for some reason.
I'm gonna make a bet with you. Iron Man.
It'll be deep.
It will be a mudder.
It's going to rain.
How much you want to put on it?
I don't, because it's probably been a mudder more than it's been dry.
So and we haven't had one yet. Like, dude,
bad odds.
Looks freaking amazing. Like, the crowds have been absolutely incredible. The tracks they've been good. The racing has been freaking amazing.
Yeah.
We're going to get a mudder, and if it's going to happen, it's going to happen at Ironman. That's what I hope to see. But what was your thoughts? Like, 450 class, 450, 250, 450, 250, 450 class went first.
Yeah.
Do you see that as any different? Do you see them guys getting a track that's not going to be as wrecked? Do you read into any of that at all?
No, I personally, and I think the reason was, and I haven't been able to confirm this yet, but I think it was TV related, is why it was pushed around, because they weren't on the main channel.
Yeah.
For a particular time. Anyway, I personally, I hate saying this, but like a former pro racer at a state level, ease up, everyone, comment section. But riding 450, you always were last race and you always had the shit track. And it's just nice to get a decent track instead of a fully wrecked track. I know I was meant to separate the men from the boys, but just on occasion, mix it up.
So do you like mixing it up like that?
Yeah, just mix it up. Like every second, third week, just put 450s first.
Supercross, would you have the 450 main first?
No, you can't.
Exactly.
But again, but they do some track prep.
I don't mean to cut you off here, but I'm just looking back over the comments here. Corey Chook, no way, guys. Generally speechless. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Corey, mate. After reading that, like we said, there was no other option, but yeah, there was picking you straight up from. Another one we got here, Dylan Gunter. Corey's got to be one of the most deserving kids, so everyone out there is the same. They all know Corey Chicken. But yeah, a lot of stuff coming through. We will get to some of these questions that you guys have. You got any more? Put them in there and we'll keep it going. But back to Millville. Sorry, buddy.
That's all right. Let's talk a little 450s.
Yeah.
We'll start with some 450s.
Finally.
I'm just going to talk. Let's talk points.
Yeah.
Talk points.
Yep.
Right. Ferrandis is 32. Barsha slides into third with 55.
And Eli is still 57.
57.
Doesn't gain, doesn't lose.
That's right. Where were you going to start?
I want to start with Frendis.
Yeah.
It worries me that if this is his bad weekend and you still finish third overall, you have 2 crashes in the second moto, you still are third on the box.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's a mechanical is the only thing. Nobody is straight up beating him from now.
Like I hear on Vital, stuff like that, they're going to go, oh, what happens if we get a mudder? He's going to be friggin' amazing in the mud as well.
Yeah.
So that YZF 450 that Star Yamaha got, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be solid. But like you said, mechanical's the only thing that's going to bring this thing down.
And that issue they had a couple of weeks ago at Southwick, that, that's just them finding the limit. This is their first year 450 too, remember? Yeah. They got those 250s dialed. Yeah. And they still have malfunctions every now and then. They're race bikes.
They're a motorcycle. They're an engine.
Yeah.
Things are going to break.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to get to. I got another thing about that. It's just weird.
Yeah. But that's, so it could be a mechanical, but as I said, if you're talking everything just straight up, never, ever is he going to be beaten, I think, from here. Like, they're going to beat him in motos.
Yeah, but they're not going to... But that's not on his... That's like... Yeah, they're not going to straight out make it happen, done.
Yeah,
like...
Yeah.
I'm just going to go back up to a one we had here. Where was it? It was about what about the whip/wheel tap in the 450 class between Chase Sexton and Cooper Webb? Dude, that could have been so much freaking worse if Cooper didn't get the drive to get up and over it, and I thought he was holding on to it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to save it, but he landed on the edge in the soft stuff, which I think hurt worse because it just knifed him.
Now, we asked Sexton about this in the press conference, and his reply to it I didn't really like. He took some type of what's the word I'm looking for?
High road? No, not high road. Yeah.
Acknowledgement that it was him, but sort of put it back on Cooper as well. I don't think that's the case. Who do you give me a blame pie? That's what we're gonna do.
50-50.
You're gonna go 50-50?
Yeah, I mean they're both scrubbing. It's just unfortunate they both went the same, well, not the same way, but the opposite direction and clipped wheels.
Did anyone cut anyone's line?
No, they went side by side. And again, as Chase said, if he just grubbed the other way, which he thinks he should have because of where he was on the track, blah, 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 I don't care. But it's just a freak accident. They both went together, clip wheels, and I'm actually surprised. Like, Chase did not get out of shape. It just set. No. But he must have just hit it at the perfect spot where it didn't affect him and just shot Coop. But the one thing I want to mention about Sexton, and we tried to get to this in press conference. We didn't get there. And I
know where this is going.
I don't think he wouldn't have answered it.
Before you get to that, let me just, on this incident, what I take out of this is Webb got up. He finished. Tough. He didn't have to.
Yeah.
He didn't score a point. He went out there and finished the moto. That's champion sort of stuff. Yeah. It's every single lap counts. But go ahead. I know where this is going.
We didn't get to talk about this. Tried to get to it. And I was like, all right, we're going to miss this. And because of the answer he gave for that, I was like, but even Kenny did not, and I mean, we've seen the camera angle. Who runs over Kenny in the first corner?
Yeah, it's Chase Sexton.
They're both in the press conference. Not one of them says it was them at any time they got asked about anything to do with the first corner incidences. And I'm like, this is weird. This has got some sort of weird juju on it right now because they're not talking about it. Even Kenny, some rider plowed me. You would have had to have watched the video and seen Chase.
Oh, no, he knows.
Chase, and that's what I mean. Why are we not saying
and it's funny, like, I tend to read into a lot more stuff, but there was a few people from HRC in the press conference just listening. So I thought that was just like, here we go.
We could be in trouble.
Might be something, but it's usual. I don't think Joe Shimoda hates me anymore, by the way.
Yeah, he just reshared.
Had a bit of a laugh.
He said it was funny.
We enjoy it.
Off week for him, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. He liked it.
Good guy.
Your guy.
No.
PC Cowie.
I don't know. Still don't think he sold to me.
PC and Cowie. That just the chasing. That was so some weird stuff going on there for sure. But Barcia
on the Honda, but it's not a Honda. It's a gas.
It's a red bike, but it's a gas.
Yeah,
dude. 1-2.
Fastest laps, last lap of the moto.
That first moto was epic. That battle
was epic, and this is something that I just cannot get my head around. Is he got off the bike? Did he look fine?
Yeah,
he didn't have a anything. It looked absolutely fine.
Yeah, he was pushing that last bit. Like Ferrandis is hounding him, and we've seen what Ferrandis has been able to do.
Yeah.
And on Eli in Moto 1, both hounding him,
Yeah.
and he is handling it. And then, as you say, come off and looks like he could have went again.
Yeah.
But he said in the press conference that he was like kind of 80% out front when he was, and he had some left in the tank. But
Yeah, well, Barsha can turn up when he needs to turn it up. And when Ferrandis was all over him, I was like, it's over.
yeah.
No way. I was like, if I was a betting man, there's no way. Ferrandis is this is not going to go down.
How's the near incident before the finish line there with him where he jumps over and Ferrandis like tucks under him?
Full takes priority. He's like,
Hey.
no, I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, like-
that was my bad.
Yeah, hits the tabletop whiz and just throws a hand up like, sorry.
Like, I think he had to. Like
Oh,
after his statement last week.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to slowly make all these pro riders start saying the word mate in the press conference.
Mate, you are the biggest broer downer ever.
No,
That's
it's
not even
Alex
a word.
Gobert is the biggest broer down.
Nah, don't even bring them. It's you, mate.
It's me, is it?
He said, hey, how many riders have said mate to you?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get one out of Mosman, but he's like, thanks, man. I was like, damn it.
He just goes into a press conference looking for mates to come out.
I do.
Now, I
get blown out on social media.
I got no legitimate questions. Can you just say mate?
Hey, I have legitimate questions.
Nick from Moto Limited. Can you just say mate for me? That is all.
That is all. Thank you, each.
Can we just get the whole conversation to say mate all at once? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Props to Kenny.
Yeah.
That rebound after being, run the crap over in first term.
I thought he was hurt.
He looked bad. I
thought-
sent you a text message.
Yeah, I was like, Kenny's out. And I was we had a bit of a late night on Saturday night. And I was sort of dozing. I read the message. I was just like, oh, crap. I better turn it on. He was still laying on the ground. And these Charlie horse. What is a Charlie horse?
No, it must be an American thing. I think it's a cork.
Is that what you reckon it is?
If we say cork there, they'd be like...
Every time they say Charlie horse, I just laugh. I just think it's funny.
Midway through the press conference, he goes, I've got Charlie horse. And then Charlie horse, question mark?
What is a question for Ken Roxon. Yeah, Ken, what is Charlie horse?
Who is Charlie
Who
horse?
is said Charlie and why has he got horse?
A sudden involuntary contraction of one or more muscles, often in the legs, apparently.
So a cork, really? Or is it cramp?
Muscle cramp, apparently.
Oh, they can be bad.
Yeah, I don't know how a crash gets you a cramp. But anyway, I think it's...
When you fold it up in a CRF 450?
hematoma.
That's a word that gets thrown around a lot.
So he bounced back to win that second moto pretty convincingly too.
How fast did he go outside, bro? Just full tucked. It was like MotoGP style. It was sick.
I don't think he put his foot out, but
He didn't.
I watched
And it had like 6 bike lengths on.
Yeah, but watch the footage. Barsha does make a mistake coming in. Does help it.
Yeah.
Does make it actually. It doesn't help it, but it makes it look better. If he doesn't make the mistake, they probably come out like Barsha gets past, which is still an epic, but it doesn't look that epic if he doesn't make a mistake coming in.
Does Barsha see that as Kenny and be like,
Yeah,
see it, bud? You didn't finish first moto?
Yeah, all right. He tried, buddy. He hung in there.
Yeah, I know you got to look like it. But is he in his mind? He's just like, I don't really have to. I'm gonna not push it. I'm gonna get my first overall since 2018.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't know with those guys, but I mean, he probably was trying like 1-1 would be better than 1-2, just to say it, you know.
Yeah.
But
hey, AC9, Mr. Adam Cincerillo from the Monster Energy Kawasaki race team.
It's rough being an AC fan.
It's rough being an AC fan at the moment.
That crash could have been big too.
Yeah.
He got lucky.
Yep.
The front end slip a lot. But
he's washing that front a lot.
But
there will be
okay. There's washing the front a lot, and then there's RJ Hampshire,
and then they see, and then Phil. But no, there will be a press release coming out in the next couple of weeks regarding AC and what's going to happen.
Yeah, you got to imagine that he's going to run out of time to be ready for Supercross. It's not going good. He's out of the points now. You've got to think that he's packing this thing in and getting that arm
Yeah,
fixed.
absolutely. And
You've got to think. Like, it's just, I mean, it makes sense to all of us.
Yeah, and AC, Supercross guy, you know, next year he is going to be the guy at Monster Energy Kawasaki. He's going to be the dude there. So give yourself the best option.
Yeah.
I think if you pull out of the motocross now, okay, you go get your surgery, you're out, 6 to 8 weeks? You're still riding the end of the year. You're still doing a full preseason. You're still doing a full boot camp, getting ready for January.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it was, as I said, if you're out, you're out. Just pack her in. Let's
How much does pride play into this, though?
A lot, I think, for AC.
Yeah.
I can...
And he gets hounded on social media too.
Yeah.
Like, he said it. He said it in press conferences. He said it in interviews where he still gets hounded. Like, the biggest thing we always talk about is, like, give us transparency.
Yeah, don't be a robot, be a real guy.
Yeah.
Be honest with us.
Yeah, but then he gets smashed on because now he's making excuses and like, you're never going to win. So to him, he's kind of like, I don't want to pull out because I don't want to be that guy, but I need to pull out because more importantly is Supercross. So
yeah,
but it's best for him pulling out now, because what has he got to lose in this competition?
Nothing. He's out of the championship.
Yeah.
So get yourself ready for Supercross, rest, recover.
You're still doing a full preseason, but like you said, there is pride involved. Dude, I know for a fact that there is pride involved because I know there are certain goals that he set out to go do to make sure that's still the case.
Yeah.
Like this whole Adam Cincerillo being the fastest qualifier, that is not an accident. That's something he pushes to do to prove the point.
Yeah, he's bullshit speed. We know that. It's putting it together. I mean, he put it together last year Motocross Series too, so it's not like he can't. It's just he's just got this niggling.
Another one I've got is Cody Shock.
Yeah.
2 of these chain issues.
Yeah.
Dude, what's going on?
I don't know.
Has been
Who's the chain sponsor?
There has been more chains like there has been, I can probably name 5 riders off the top of my head that have had this issue.
I'll tell you what they're not using.
RK chains.
That's right. So there it is. We broke the code.
But like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird. But
you're seeing a trend.
But you see trends, and I think it's because you then become more susceptible to see and go, oh, that's happening again. That's happening again. Like, it probably happens more than you think, but it just, you get a few and it's on top level people or people have noticed, of interest. Then you go, oh shit. But, you could see 15 privateer chains break in the same race, but you don't know about it because they're privateers.
Yeah, true.
Cares. It's just because
Cody Shock, man, that's 4 mechanical DNFs in a row now, which they're none of these are his fault.
No.
So on paper, it doesn't look good for him, but he's an absolutely unbelievable rider.
Yeah,
he was doing.
Was he 3rd or 4th in that second moto or whatever? Dude,
doing
killing it.
Doing so well.
Killing it.
Any more notable mentions for 50 class? I'm going to put Joey Savacci in there. Second moto was a lot better.
Yeah.
Looked really, really good.
Bogle hit a brick wall.
Anchor, everything.
Anything that could slow somebody up, he hit that, running 3rd for a long time. Props on that.
Yeah, you learn a lot from that as well. Like, you get a little bit more motivation going up the front pack.
He was not ready to be there.
No.
Physically.
But
and you've seen that.
Yeah, but no, Savacci getting up there, that's... Yeah. Like everyone knows I'm a Savacci guy. Mm-hmm. His motos this year have not been good at all. That's somewhere where I think he should be. I think Savacci's a 5 to 7 guy. Yeah. And I think he gets the start, gets up there and runs with his pack. Eli Tomac, there are bad starts. There is a normal Eli start, and then there was what Eli did on the weekend. Yeah, that start, he actually got to watch Kenny get up when he was coming around the corner, but still
got to the
to the pointy end. Like, that is a typical Eli just going for it. He's these weird Eli things where everything clicks and it's awesome. Yeah, that was one of them motos.
Yeah, he was pushing the envelope. Yeah, he went full beast mode in that first moto and got to where he did. He was like 30
beast mode on the East Coast,
35th out of the first corner or something like that. Like, he was buried. But yeah, he
slipped a gear. His boot slipped off the shifter.
Yeah, I think this is starting to turn around for Eli Tomac though. Whatever he found fixed,
he got his parts back.
Yeah, we're gonna have the stock market segment coming up here very shortly as well.
Brock Smith, that start from Cody Shock.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
The guy's badass.
What else you got in the comment section, Nick? I think we're going to do 250s a little later on. We got to get to some guests and that tonight.
I think we could probably fly through 250s. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we got questions.
Well, we've got questions here. Let's start with this one right here, Brock Smith. Thoughts on Jet losing the red plate? Will it put too much pressure on him now? Look, Brock, I think a major part of him losing that plate is pressure. I think we seen that last weekend with his statements on the podium, that it's starting to stress him out. And like they go, he's only 17. He's only 17. He's raced motorcycles his whole life. He knows what pressure is. He can deal with it.
Yeah, I've seen it. And he got super unlucky this week too. Like, you know, the major incident of the weekend, Jet Lawrence murdering Pierce Brown. Like,
yeah,
he tried to like put him into the creek from the finish line jump through the front plate. He nailed him. And
I don't think they got bad blood either.
Dude, it's just it was a shit. That whole incident was just. It looked like C-grade 65s at a club day. Like, one went down and they were in the main line and nobody knew what to do, and they just started running over each other and running into each other.
It went from bad to worse. Do you remember Daytona Supercross where the first 250 heat?
It wasn't that bad, but it was...
Like, Wiz, you would never watch this. It was Daytona like a year or two ago. First 250 heat. There was a set of whoops, and these whoops were designed to kill people, and the whole field went down first lap.
It looked like the pack went in there and a landmine went off and just blew bikes and people.
I'll show you the ad. It was good.
It was pretty epic, but this was very much the same.
Like, even if Jet didn't have the red plate, after coming through Pierce Brown, it would have been red afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was seeing red.
He tried to run him down.
Did you see the fall over in the creek? It's just like, yeah. And then down into the creek, and it's just like, I didn't see him move from there, to be honest.
Yeah, it's what I take from it with Hunter and Jet is the starts.
Yeah, bad starts. Jet's getting himself in shit positions.
Why?
Bad starts. And
but why are the starts bad? Is it nerves?
I don't know. You don't know. It could be anything. It could be a bike thing. It could be... I mean, he's ripping good starts at the start of the year, so... Yeah, man.
But ideally, Justin Cooper back out in front. Got a small points lead. Was it 3 points?
No, he's 6 now.
6, sorry.
Yeah, 6 points out in front, so he's got a good amount of points up on that, and then Hunter's now dropped back to 33. So a little bit of that. Michael Mosman, great weekend.
Great weekend.
Yeah, he was solid, and then passed Justin Cooper to get second overall in that final one, which was
Michael Mosman leaving Baker's factory.
Yeah,
it feels like
you'll watch the press conference.
Yeah. I mean, you said the same thing. He doesn't want to leave the Baker's factory.
Yeah.
But it's like the team is making him, and he's not happy with this.
Yeah, I mean, but he's been there for 4 years, as he said. It's kind of where he is now. He's got to go to California and do the California thing. And, some riders don't like Cali at the best of times. So he's
going back, Cali.
Probably one of them. We're going to rip through some of these. We're going to get into the stock market segment. If you've got any 250 questions or any 450 stuff throughout the show, throw it up there. We'll talk about, as we said, pretty loosey goosey tonight. And that's how we want to keep the conversation flowing.
Anthony Mortimer, well done, Chalk. One of the nicest families in the pits. Very well deserved. Good on the guys. Darren May, AC is still saying he needs a Pirelli front tyre.
This dude is loyal to a fault.
He is. Josh Plant, got to feel sorry for Cody Shock, man. That dude deserves a break. Dude, incredible. Brock Smith.
When he breaks into the PC truck for a ride, that's...
that's gonna take me. Brock Smith, that's stuff from Cody Shock. Josh Plant, Rod Bell getting a top 20 in Moto 2 with no muffler is a good ride. It was cool. A-Ray has handed over the keys to the truck and was just like, you don't need a muffler. You don't need these things.
He says the guy who lost the mid muffler. He stopped losing the back part. He's lost the mid part.
In his defense, it cracked. The bolt didn't come out. It cracked.
We'll save it there in the rear. The subframe broke on the other one.
So them SGB cowies, let's go through some pipes.
Yes. Yeah. So keep them coming through. Stock market segment, the Moto Limited Show stock market. We're going to relive one, Nick, that we did a few weeks ago. Wiz has got the results on this one of what we picked. We're going to see whether we're going to stand with our previous results. Wiz, you're going to take over this segment. You're going to tell us the rider and what we picked and where we're at now.
Righto. So, Eli Tomac. We all hold on Eli back on, what was it, show 45. 4 weeks ago. We all held.
Round 2. So
what do you think now?
I'm still holding.
Still holding? The stocks are going up.
Stock's going up, but Eli can still do some weird things.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some more stocks. I think because he is getting better and he's starting to put. From this weekend, he's been putting Moto 2, Moto 2, Moto 2. Now we got Moto 1 and a little bit of Moto 2. I feel like it's turning.
Let me ask you both a question. Does Eli Tomac from Monster Energy Kawasaki go 1-1 at all this motocross season?
No.
That was quick, Wiz.
The scary thing? I agree.
I'd be happy if he did it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't.
This could be a bet, boys.
It's got to work more in my favor, though, because I'm taking the gamble.
Well,
you've only got to look at...
But between the two of yous against me...
So you think he's going to go 1-1?
Yeah, I'll put a pack of claws on it.
Yeah.
4 pack of claws. Oh, microphone's there.
Yeah.
4 pack of claws on, I recken he gets a 1-1.
If we lose, you right to cover that.
Yeah, says the guy's got to fix his engine. Yeah.
What's the next rider on the list you got there?
Jalek Swole.
What did we do?
What did we do last time?
So Nick, you sold, and Trent, you held.
Yeah, that was after his win.
I'm still selling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's tough because there's been flashes of good since still, but it's been rough in sections too. So
yeah,
I'll stay held on that one. I'll hold the stocks.
What about you? What did you choose?
You didn't select this week, did you?
I didn't select, but this week obviously.
This was the first week of it.
Yeah.
So what are you?
So I'm selling on him. He had a glimpse last week where I think he was good, but again, the week before that, and even this week, he's just like, where is he?
Yeah.
I'm not really on that yet.
Should be better, but can't really.
He's getting better. I'm just not prepared to jump on that yet.
Nah. Well, I've already got stocks. I'm just going to hold my stocks. See where they go.
Next is Frenchie Ferrandis.
Oh.
Did we all buy?
Yeah, we all bought. And I think it's going to be staying that way.
Yeah.
Still buying.
Yeah, all bought in.
Yep.
All bought in. The last one, Nick, I know the list.
Oh, really?
Actually right here in front of me, but
I'm glad I got that list. Thank you.
I don't know what I picked. This is where I'm...
What's the rider?
Cooper Webb.
What did we do?
Yeah.
Nick, you held, and Trent, you sold.
Yep. I'm going to continue to hold. I don't want to sell yet just because he is obviously a Supercross champion. I believe they are. KTM Group is going to get that motorcycle better.
Yeah, it's turnaround.
Could you even, if you were coming into the thing like I am, like kind of brand new, without previously knowing what he was doing in Supercross, unlike me, would you even bet that he was a Supercross champion like of his performances?
No. But they are two different disciplines.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
See, the only reason I'm doing that is because I read so much into it, whereas the time the rest of these teams got to put their motorcycles together, do a lot of testing, they were still obviously in Supercross. That motorcycle was set up. Cooper was the first to admit that we've missed out on testing. The bike wasn't there for it. So I'm still going to hold. He's dude, it's looking good. They're getting starts.
Yeah.
He's not getting shuffled back immediately.
I'll buy stocks now. They're worth more money and I'm going to lose like my backside. But Nick, I don't want to say that I'm a genius, but I'm a genius because I feel like I said in our preview pod for motocross that he was going to be bad because when we went to Atlanta, that was a little bit more motocrossy. He was not great there. And we've now discovered I thought
KTM, they will do absolutely everything.
Through all of it. I know they are, but they are so far off because that bike is so suited to Supercross, and you could see it was such a Supercross setup bike when we went to an open track like Atlanta Motor Speedway, which is meant to be back on the schedule next year too, Nick. So that'll be cool.
I can't wait.
Back. So yeah. That's it. Stock market segment. If you've got your picks, as I said, play along. We're probably going to go back through a few now because we've done it for a few weeks. As I said, about 4 weeks ago we did that one. It's interesting to see where we're at 4 weeks later with a few more rounds under our belt to see and a couple of changes there, which is why we do it. So stock market goes up and down, and you got to try and get it at the right time. And
I don't think any of us have made money.
I think I've lost more money. That's why I do not gamble at all. So. That's about.
I think the only one we would have made money on, sort of, is Ferrandis. But even still, like those stocks are holding it like.
But when we
barely
did it
anything,
too,
so-
he was already winning, so his stocks
Yeah.
are expensive. I think if we were like more organized and more tech savvy, I mean, like you, we should set this up to where you actually write out how much stocks are and where they go.
We could do that and give ourselves a kitty each. We each have like 10,000.
Let's not talk about the trade secrets. I just thought about that. We could make something happen here. It could be part of the show. Everyone could play along. How tech set? Yeah, we're gonna make this happen. Don't worry.
You're a bit of a gypsy, aren't you?
Yeah, bloody oath. Cool. All right. That's that stock market segment. We'll be back next week with that one as well. Nick, one more thing before we go to our first commercial break of the evening and bring on Scott Lillis. We have another giveaway for our archive listeners.
Hell yeah.
We do.
And this one is a good one.
It is. It's for our archive listeners. We want you to send us through a picture of your dirtiest air filter in the bike. Wherever. We don't care where it is. Just the dirtiest air filter you have. And what are we giving away, Nick?
We are going to give away a Moto air filter kit, an oil change kit, and an MC care pack.
So
Thanks to everyone at Moto and Link International, Trent.
So you can keep that thing cleaned up. So that is the value of $250 recommended retail.
How are we giving this away?
Send through the picture.
How can we do that?
We just are here for the listeners.
So we're gonna draw on show 51. So how long does that give them?
2 weeks.
So we know people can be a little bit behind with podcasts, and it takes a little while. So we're gonna give you 2 weeks. You're gonna go outside. You're gonna take a photo of your air filter, send it through to us. We're gonna put in a list. Me and Trent will probably draw it on the show because we don't talk about these things prior.
We do, but then we forget to clarify.
Exactly, and you are gonna win an absolute pickup kit from Moto, Trent.
That's it. And as said, DM us on Facebook, Instagram, or if you're old school and want to email us, motolimitedShow@gmail.com. Send us through a picture there as well. We'll check it out. So that's for our archive listeners, or if you listen live and you want to answer that as well.
Yeah.
Same thing.
2 weeks, and you're going to learn.
Send it through.
So go through it again, Trent. We're going to be a Moto air filter kit, an oil change kit, and an MC care pack.
Yeah.
What's in the MC care pack?
I think it's a bunch of stuff. It's over there in front of Wiz.
Does it have Shine and Go in there? Can you just read if it says Moto Shine and Go?
Yes, it does.
Give me that.
It's air filter oil, chain lube, helmet and visor clean, and Shine and Go spray.
Dude, that Shine and Go is like picture eating Fruit Loops and putting it in a can.
It's not bad.
You think SC1 is good? It's nothing compared to the Moto Shine and Go.
So sweet. But I mean, you got that. You got an air filter service kit as well, which has oil in it as well. And then your chain lube kit's got chain. So you get like basically 2 lots of chain lube, 2 lots of air filter oil. Like it's going to keep you stocked up for a while.
You're going for a while.
So send us through those pictures of your dirty ass air filters, and we will pick that on show 51. So 2
weeks for archive listeners.
Yeah, archive listeners. Or if you're watching live right now, you can enter as well. No discriminating. We just want to give our archive listeners an opportunity to win some of this cool stuff.
Can I enter?
Again, no.
Can Schmick Schmill enter?
Again, no.
Right.
I'm out. I am out. So enter that one if you want to get that for our archive listeners. So we appreciate you guys who listen on the archive, sit through, listen to the podcast. I mean, that's the way I listen to podcasts. So we're doing that. We're sending it through. Anything else, Nick, on the chat there before we head to commercial break?
Let me just have a quick scroll back through. Bit of Corey Chook hype. Good to see we're giving away, and everyone out there's the same opinion of him. So
yeah, Corey Chicken, the winner of the Privateer Takeover giveaway. He's going to be repping some Moto Limited Show.
How old is Corey?
Well, if it's his last year of senior, he's going to be 15. Nearly 16.
Does he have a fake ID?
Not legal enough. We are not corrupting anybody.
We may corrupt you, but yes, we hope you like being on camera because we tend to have a camera wherever we go, whatever we do.
We're trying to log a little bit more behind the scenes, and again, this awesome takeover, we want to have something to remember the experience by for yourself.
Hell yeah, it's going to be a fun time, man.
And if mum's watching, you are a videographer, so just letting you know.
Congratulations, Corey's mother.
No, my mum.
Oh,
because she's covered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a both.
I enjoy a weekend away with your parents.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I sort of enjoy them a little bit more than you.
Oh, that's a bit rough.
No, I do love you.
I just choked on that.
No.
All right.
You choked. Was that you choking in the car the other night?
Yes.
That was rough.
Yeah, my alcoholic beveragino went down the wrong hole and I was cough choking on it. And he's like, "You've got the Rona." And
I put a mask on in the car. I was like, "It's the Rona."
You know when you have those coughs that say you can hear the water like coming up off your lung because it hit your lung, it went that deep?
Towards the end, I was just like,
maybe.
"You're right or what?"
Yeah.
You're right, or we're doing the throwing in the tray.
Yeah, he's
you riding, bitch.
run in the back. All right, let's go to the first commercial break of the evening. Again, support the advertisers that support the Moto Limited Show, that support the sport. As we said, you know, with the guys at Link giving away all these awesome products at the moment, Ride Truck Designs, Hyperlyfe, the whole crew, KTR,
Motor Oils, MP Suspension, Queensland Bike and
Yes.
Forward Drive, Arcade Chances Sprockets, KTR, National Lunar, Hyperlyfe Clothing Co., Ride Truck Designs, Roost Systems, and Street Race Solutions.
That's all right. So we'll be back after this commercial break. Welcome back to show 49 of the Moto Limited Show presented by Street Race Solutions. Nick, we got our first guest up of the night. And this guy's going to be brought to you by Moto Oils, which is ironic because at the moment, the guy we're about to speak to, Scott Lillis, is based in France and Moto headquarters is in France.
Ooh.
And so very ironic that he's brought to you by Moto Oils, established in New York in over 150 years ago in 1853. Swan and Finch specialized in the production of high-quality lubricants. With a strong presence in the USA, Swan and Finch expanded their lubricant business to Europe in 1932, and now, as we said, their headquarters is in France, and they've changed the name to Modal later on, and the Modal line of premium performance products are sold in 65 different countries. Nick, that's a lot of countries for this all to be sold in.
Absolutely. Modal is supporting those teams in international competitions such as the 24-hour Le Mans, NASCARs, and motorcycles, Trent. MotoGP, World Superbike, World MX, Endurance World Championship, Supercross, Trent. That's what we like. A bit of everything. That's the list just goes on.
AJE Honda this year.
Yeah.
It's gas. Sorry.
Yeah. The list just goes on and on. The world's top motorcycle racing teams and most discriminating enthusiasts agree on one thing, and that is Motul. And for all the right reasons, Trent.
That's it. So brought to you by Moto Oils tonight from France, and Le Mans, France too is where he's based at the moment.
What are the odds?
Did we do our research or what?
No.
Factory mechanic on the RJ Honda team for Zach Pichon. It's Scott Lillis. Scott, what's going on, man?
Hey guys, how are we?
Mate, we're pumped to have you on the show. As we discussed earlier on, we had you on the after show when we were doing it with the Supercross and sort of breaking that down, and had a bit of a chat to you. And I reached out to you the other day because you at that time you were unsure of where you were going. You had a couple of different options in Europe, but Zach Pichon's mechanic on the RJ Honda team. You had that option or that or Husqvarna. So what?
My first question.
Oh, okay.
No, you go, because I wonder if it's someone I got.
I was just going to say, well, what made the decision?
Oh, right, it was.
Yeah, to go to the Honda team over that, because we knew you were throwing up a couple of different ideas, but what was the main factor for you?
Basically, my whole deal was super last minute. I really wanted to come to Europe. Just with the way everything was with COVID and stuff, the inability for non-Australian citizens to travel into Australia. So my fiance was unable to actually come to Australia.
Yeah.
So she's French also. So honestly, that was my idea was to just kind of get over here, get my feet wet, and then work up to a GP team, or get onto a GP team. Now my deal was with was up with Honda in Australia.
Yep.
And I left with them a couple of weeks before the season started there. So I kind of just pulled the trigger on Europe, and I got here. I'd already been speaking to quite a few different teams.
Yep.
A few different brands, GP level, national level, and this one kind of just made the most sense for me with the timeline that we had.
Yep.
The ability to work with someone like Zach and Mikkel, was honestly, and the flexibility of this team, especially with someone, obviously visas and stuff like that are quite hard to get at the moment.
Yep.
So they've been really good with that and helping with the process of getting all that sorted and really just helping me find my feet in Europe. And kind of like, make me feel at home. They also speak really good English, which is I've found is a really good asset.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're living in because there's different parts of France and even Europe where English is quite common and when they speak it quite well. Even like Blommel and Belgium, they all speak quite good English. In the Netherlands, they all watch English TV, so it's not even subtitled. They all watch English soaps and shows like that. So it kind of was just a really easy, nice sort of transition to Europe, and Honda as well. It kind of made sense with me and my experience there, and it really worked out quite well.
Yeah, because I was going to ask that about going to living in France. I mean, as I said, your fiance is French, so I guess
I didn't know that. Yeah,
probably helped you. Help you with that. But I mean, it's cool that, as you said, there's a lot of English speaking places over there now, which does make it easy for someone like yourself to be over there and living.
Well, especially with moto, it's so multinational. So it's you'll get on a team and there'll be 5 or 6 different guys from different parts of the world. Yeah. And the team based in, say, Italy, or a lot of the teams are based in Belgium or Lommel. So it's and they'll have all different people from all over the world sort of joining in. So it is quite handy to have English up your sleeve, but also if you can learn just a little bit of everything, it does help, because there's some places where there's literally people that will never leave their village. So it's they've never. It's quite hard. So. But it's good.
How is the country doing over there? As you know, back in Australia at the moment, we don't know when we're going to go racing again because of this COVID crap.
Yeah.
How is it looking over there? What's it like? What's the morale in the races? Is it pretty back to normal as what you think it is? How is it?
So, up until we had our first round, so. Our whole deal is we do our main focus is the French Elite Championship. So it's the French Nationals. They call it the French Elite. I'm not too sure why, but that's the name of it. But it's the French basically. Yeah. And that's the highest level of competition here in France. And we have, I think, 6 rounds. And then up until just recently, before the MXGP calendar keeps changing, so it's been quite hard to sort of commit to a GP schedule at the moment, especially with the smaller budget and stuff like that. A lot of these teams have to pay quite a lot of money just to race, and there's not a lot of return other than the pride and the respect of racing a GP. Yeah. So at the moment, we're mainly focusing just on the French Nationals and French Supercross. And we've had 2 rounds so far. We just had the second round this past weekend. And in terms of the actual racing itself, it feels bigger than an Australian national. Obviously not as big as an AMA national or GP. Yeah. The level is quite high in terms of the top 10 guys in each class are really quite good guys. Yeah. You have, there's quite a few really fast guys. And then crowds, I didn't see a one mask this weekend. So
that's cool.
Yeah, we're not forced to wear masks outside at the moment. Yeah. They are kind of limiting the amount of crowd. And they limited it at Ernée too. The Ernée was the first round. Yep. But dude, there was honestly probably 5,000 to 10,000 people. Jeez. And yeah, for me, I was like, dude, this is huge. Yeah. And that was dude, no. Usually we get at Ernée, we usually get 30,000. Yeah,
I go back to that Des Nations they had there, a few years ago, and that place was packed. I know it's a Des Nations, but I have heard that too. People say that Ernée, at a French national race is still packed.
Yeah, it's huge. It's also it's crazy their setup. So that they have they have an 85 class and a junior 125 class that race on the Saturday. Yeah. And it's a national series it's pretty much open age group. Obviously 16 I think is the oldest you can ride at 85, I think under 19, I think is the 125 class, but it's open sort of age group, and they call it youth and cadet, and it's kind of cool to watch these kids have such a high level of competition that they can race a series at a high level.
Yeah.
And quite good support.
Yeah.
But also even just the setup, there's beer tents or everywhere. There's literally beer tents all throughout the crowd. So it was I remember we rocked up at Erne and it's 9:30 in the morning. And I saw there was a group of 5 dudes, and they were smashed. And they have
it's me and you.
Every bit they get a plastic cup, and they've got a full stick. They got probably a meter worth of cups stacked high, each one of them. It's 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, they just kept going all night. That sounds like a good time.
Hell yeah, it does.
But it also it made it sort of an event for people. It's not just to come and race. It's an event where people come to hang out. They drink beer. There's live music. It's it's a whole a festival kind of setup.
Yeah.
There's quite big sort of vendor areas, and there's these stalls where you can buy a rider's t-shirts, or you can buy this is the Honda. You can buy Honda hats, you can buy Kawasaki shirts, and it's kind of cool how they've set that up. So it's not just you go there and you sit on the hill and watch a race. You can kind of do a little bit more.
Yeah, no, that sounds sick. I've following along with you, and you've been posting stuff up, and it looks epic over there. My my biggest thing is I watched. You watch a lot of AMAs. You could back when we were kids, it was hard to get, American stuff, but it seemed easier to get the GPs. So I'm kind of a kid of I talked about last week, Nick, Stefan Everts. I'm a big Stefan Everts guy, and Mikel Pichon, and you putting that post up a while ago with his RM 250 and championship bike. Dude, I was that to me was epic. What's it been like, working with obviously Zach, but you're obviously working pretty closely with Mikel as well, and the family. What's he like as a person?
It's funny because I'm the same. I even said it in America. We didn't, unless you bought the VCRs. Yeah. You didn't get much Supercross experience. Yeah. Be exposed to it, unless you got the bar bars or the, I don't even think they were called bar bars back in the 96, 97 era, but we used to get the GPs on TV, on Fox Sports or whatever, or SBS or ABC. Every now and then you'll get a GP. And I'm the same. I grew up on Joel Smets, Tom Pichon, Stefan Everts, Tortelli, all those guys. That was what I grew up watching, and I frothed it. That was GPs. And then as I get older, you get interested in more into the more flashiness of the Supercross and everything like that. But I was the same. I grew up. So when I met him, I was holy shit, dude, that's Mikel Pichon. It kind of tripped me out, but he's awesome. He's so passionate about it. He's still he doesn't have to be involved in as much as he's involved, and he still absolutely loves it. He's got Zach, who's 19, so he's still quite young, and he's raced many years in GPs and the EMX and everything like that, and now as a 19-year-old racing in the Premier 450 class in the French Championship, and then he has his youngest son Lenny, who's 8, and so it's a whole thing all starting over again.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool that he still gets that, experience of still hanging out with these dudes, and you're still hyped to be around them. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, he's and he has that championship mindset as well. He's a world champion through and through from the time. He's constantly trying to get better. It doesn't matter what we're doing. He always wants to get better. He's sometimes I know he has a reputation, especially around here, especially for being pretty crazy in terms of he says he has character, but he's just crazy. But but that's kind of how you got to be like a world champion. You have to have that little bit of like, you just have a different mindset. And I remember the first person I ever met that had that different mindset was actually an Australian guy. It was Glenn Allerton, and he was a current Australian road race champion. And I was working with him at a suspension shop in Sydney, and just the mindset that that I got from him, I was like, oh, there's levels to this like whole winning thing. Like there's winners, and then there is winners.
Yeah.
So it's cool to sort of see that on a world championship level with Mikel, and like I saw it with like Zach Osborne. I saw it with a lot of guys. You see, they just have this little their mental approach to things is just a little bit different.
Yeah, it's that 1% that they all talk about. Like
100%. Yeah. Even to the point where like we'll get a good result, and then on the way home we're driving and talking, and he's like, "Oh, I feel like we might not have gotten like second. We end up getting, I think we got fourth on the weekend. We got third in a moto." And he said, "Oh, I don't think we were fast enough to get second, but I know if he focused more on the insides, we probably could have only been like 3 seconds off second rather than 5 seconds." So it wouldn't have changed the overall, but he was analyzing the track as if he was a racer still.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see that. And like he looks at lap times, he breaks down the whole race on paper, and we just look for ways to try to get Zach a little bit better. Yeah,
no, that's cool. I mean, as I say, I've been following along and being a fan of Mikel's, and getting to see it a little bit more now through the stuff you're doing with him, and it's pretty epic. But you got something for him, Nick?
Yeah. So Scott, we've had a couple rounds of the Pro MX down here back in Australia at the moment. Like I said, we're on a bit of a hold at the moment because of all this crap going on. You have been following that, keeping an eye on it, have you? Or
I watch all the races. I still obviously I still have a lot of friends and mates that are racing. I still talk to Kyle Webster quite regularly. We group chat together and stuff like that. So I still keep tabs. I still I'm watching, and it's also good for myself just to see which kids are coming up as well. Because because the class is quite young, especially MX2. We're going to have, especially next year, with a lot of guys moving up to the 450, there's going to be a little bit of a power. I feel probably maybe a power vacuum.
Yeah.
I feel next year a guy that's going to win a championship is going to be really young.
Yeah. Yeah, we spoke about that though, because like as I said, like Gibbsy's older, Toddy's older, Maddie's older. Like these guys are older. Yeah. Sort of Clout and Melross are kind of just in between that, but
they're pushing on though.
They're still a little bit older. But then you got like Duffy and Kyle and these quote unquote kids coming through. I'm with you on that. They're definitely there's been a big gap. That now is, I think is going to be closed up, and we're going to see some of these other guys. As much as I don't want to see them go, that time, Father Time catches up.
What's your thoughts on the season as it is? Like we had this rebranding when it went back to MA, and it's looking a little bit different. What's your thoughts on the tracks we've had and sort of the racing and the whole event as a whole?
The racing itself's been really good. I've been enjoying the racing. I've been enjoying the TV package. The fact that I can watch the races from the other side of the world in my bed on my phone when I wake up in the morning.
Yes,
is so good. It's so good, and I'm not the only one. I know there's people in America, and there's people in Europe, there's people all over the world that are tuning in just to watch this race. People love racing.
Yeah.
In terms of expectations, I kind of expected Luke to be where he's at.
Yep.
Coming in, especially on these really harder tracks, I knew that Luke was going to be the strongest. He's probably got the most confidence out of all those guys. Did I think he was going to have it as easy as he has had it? No, I didn't think he was going to do it. I thought it was going to come down to at least the last couple of rounds where he's going to still be a few points out of it. But to already have the red plate is a credit to him, and it's really it's not surprising, but also surprising at the same time.
Do you think he holds it for the remainder of the season, or do you see something happening?
I think this time off is probably the best thing that could happen to someone like Regan Duffy. I think Regan needed to reset. You could see and especially those tracks where he wasn't as bad. Well, I was never going to say he was going to be bad, but he wasn't as good as he could be on those softer tracks that he's on the hard pack tracks, obviously. But I think he needed to kind of reset. I think he was pushing the limit too much and making little mistakes and silly mistakes as well. Like especially in a track like Maitland where it was very hard to pass. You can see he was just pushing on the limit a little bit too much, and then he made the mistakes. So I think that's where his youth and inexperience is starting to show. So I think the couple of weeks off, I feel like he's probably going to get a reset. I think Ross is going to kick his ass a little bit and get his head focused. And I feel like the others, I think Gibbsy's starting to show what I kind of expect of him. And then obviously Todd's doing what Todd does, and he's a championship kind of guy. Todd's always thinking of the championship. He doesn't put it too far out on the risk. He's like, okay, I can settle with the here, I can settle with the second, here I can settle with the fifth, because he's always thinking about the next round. And I think that's a credit to Todd and his ability to think about championships. Yeah. It will be interesting to see how Luke approaches this next round, because previously it was always just, okay, points. But now he has the red plate, he has the lead. Does he back it down a little bit? Does he play it safe? So it'll be interesting to see when it gets back going.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a couple of things before we let you go, because it's middle of the day there. You
lunchtime.
You are
go eat some food.
You are working. We'll put that in quotation marks. But a couple of things. We you're a Kyle Webster guy, and Nick and I are quickly becoming Kyle Webster guys. Him signing that 450 deal is pretty epic. We actually haven't spoken about that yet, Nick, because we haven't had Pro MX on the brain, because it's kind of gone by the wayside here for a little bit. But dude, that's epic for Kyle. Like, well deserved. Like this is how you get yourself a 450 ride. You come out and you start stamping your authority on this 250 cars.
I was worried that we were going to see him go international, and we were going to lose that. So him signing a deal to keep it down here, I like that. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. I respect that. I think he's going to do some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's showing that he knows his worth. I know that there's spots over here that would take him, but he's not going to make the money. He's not going to get paid. He's probably have to bring money, or he's going to ride for free. I think only because how does a team from Europe go, look, we want to sign this kid to a 450 ride that has no 450 results? Yeah. So I see it on both ends. But now if he can come out, do really well, beat guys like Kirk Gibbs, Todd Waters, Regan Duffy, beat those kind of that level of talent, who they know those guys are legit 450 guys. Then all of a sudden he becomes, okay, we can pay this guy 50,000 euro, 60,000, 80,000 euro. Yeah. He can come ride a bike and he can potentially go. Where he was really smart with this. And I know 450 ride in Australia, you get paid more money. So he's making money. He's learning, he's experienced. He's going to build so much more in this off season, just riding full time on a 450. I really think it was a smart. It surprised me, to be honest, because I know how much he does want to be over here. Yeah. But at the same time, when you look at it, you take a step back and you look at it from a logical point of view. Then that was probably his smartest decision. And to do it early, I know that's probably Yariv was probably already trying to get it done after the first round, because I think every brand would have been looking to sign Kyle for next year.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it. That's what you need to do is go out and do what he's done and have that opportunity to sit back and do it. But
speaking 450, sorry to jump in there.
Yeah, okay.
Hasn't been announced yet, Scott, but there's a lot of speculation coming around that Hunter Lawrence will be riding a 450 for the MX Destinations team. What's your thoughts on putting Hunter on a 450, mate? What's your give me your personal thoughts on that?
Yeah. I know that's probably going to be pushed a lot. Well, Jet's obviously your first pick for your 250.
Yeah.
Then you got, because we got to be realistic here. As much as I would like to see Australians go over, like the Australian-based guys, like like to see Carl have another crack. I'd like to see Luke get a crack.
Yeah. It's not happening.
Realistically, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not. I spoke about this before too, Scott. It's like, I'm the same as you. It'd be cool to see those guys over, but there's not a chance with the way our border restrictions are.
With quarantine, the lack of support, especially from nobody in Australia really has a big connection with Europe. I know the amount it cost last time for Kyle to go over and race in the nations at the last minute, where they hired the bike, they paid the money for this. Like, it was quite an expensive experiment to go over there to race Assen. So I'm not sure if any team in Australia at the moment, knowing how hard it is just to get sponsorship with this time, is willing to drop that kind of coin to go over there. Yeah. HRC's obviously got the Garibaldi team. Garibaldi has connections with the 250 team. That would make more sense for me, is the two Honda guys get the factory Honda over in US. You get the factory in Europe. Now, where does that leave Jed? I would have thought Jed, you would put Jed on a 450, seeing as this is his last year on a 250.
Yeah.
He would probably, if I was Jed, I would kind of want to show, okay, hey guys, I can ride a 450.
Yeah.
But if they're doing what they're doing in terms of they might be using this round as a points. Yeah. If Jed's in a sort of position, then he has to ride a 250.
Yeah. But there's not a chance they can do that either, because, you only get riders. Yeah, well, I mean, you just go with Geyser, who rides for Slovenia. Like, they barely make it into the A main. They've had some success, but barely any. Like, that's the points leader in the MXGP class, and his team
sort of make when they came out with that. But I was like, all right, well, But I don't. Obviously, I doubt Mitch will be back in time.
Yeah.
That seems to be the
I would think you'd probably put Hunter on a 450, just because I see that maybe Hunter has one more year in a 250 before they move him up.
Yeah.
It also depends on, where does he go? Does Honda hold both the boys? And then how much are we looking in the window then to maybe this is Kenny's last year or second last year?
Yeah.
So do they keep Chase? Chase is obviously, he's still so young and doing so good in the 450s. That's a guy you want to hold on to. So it's kind of hard, but for sure. I mean, they ride 450s a lot. I mean, the Honda is really good, so I don't see it being an issue for him adapting or anything like that. I think he does quite well. You got to remember, you only have a quarter of the amount of top guys there in the class. So I think it's a lot easier to do well at a Nations than it is at a regular GP for sure. So I think he'll do well. I think that's a really strong team, and just from a mechanics point of view, you got to look at the support. You saw what happened when we went to Assen. Unfortunately, Regan and Dean didn't really have the support that they deserved or needed. Yeah. And they had bike issues. So you need to go to that race with a factory bike. You have to have a factory bike.
Yeah. Well, strong rumors are, looks like Jet and Hunter, and then, Jed. So that team's strong. I mean, there's plenty of other options around that, but that just seems, as you said, like the most logical choice. if you're Team Australia and you're making those decisions. So it's going to be interesting. Like I'm pumped. Like we may go to Des Nations with a shot.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we do.
But I feel like we have before, even with like, Kyle coming in last minute at Assen, like we still were in it at a point.
Yeah, they're not bad riders when we still were there.
But I feel like, as you said, Scott, we need the riders need the factory support so we don't have any incidents like we did where we're in contention and bikes break and it's out of basically the rider's control. So
with Hunter and Jet, with their experience, they lived in Europe for a long time as well.
Yeah.
So it's not a big change for them. So they're obviously that would be my two picks, and then Jed. I think Jed's rode really well on the weekend just past. Wilson Todd also rode the best he's ridden in a long time too. So it's cool. I said it before too. It's refreshing and cool to have legit options.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens for sure. I hope. I don't see anybody from Australia going. I don't. In all honesty, I don't see anyone, not even like Peter Doyle or anybody like that. Like, I think like it'll be, just a few of the Americans and then Jed.
Yeah.
So
for sure,
it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely. We don't want to take up too much of your time, Scott, but we appreciate the time you're giving us, especially being middle of the day over there, packing up and getting all the bikes ready. But Trent, we appreciate everything you give us the time this afternoon. Well, this afternoon for you, but this evening for us.
No worries, guys. Anytime. We appreciate you inviting me on.
No, mate, we'll have you on again soon. And as I said, when we got some more Pro Max too, we can bench race on that for sure. But bud, appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Yeah, boys.
Thanks, Scott. Mate.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome chat there with Scott Lillis.
Plenty of questions I'd have for that guy.
Oh, dude, as I said, we've bench raced him a little bit in private. He, we have so much stuff we can talk about, and but he's a good dude, and really appreciate him giving us the time here this evening.
Before we cut to our next guest, Trent.
Yes.
The competition we're running tonight about sending in some cool photos of our little two-strokes. I had one here from Kelly and Hudson Cash, and he had himself a KTM Red Bull inspired little SX Mini.
Yes.
Thing was decked out. It was cool. So they are going to win the competition. And what are they going to win themselves, Trent?
They're going to get themselves a 4 litre of Moto 800. So that's that in a little 50.
In a little 50? That's a year's supply.
That's more than a year's supply. Depends how much he shreds. So hit us up with your...
I seen Kelly in the message just before. So shoot me your address and we'll get it out to you thanks to Moto and our friends at Link International.
That's right. So that is the winner there, the little shredder on the KTM 50. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick little break here, and when we come back, we're coming back with Joel Rizzo, and we got some exciting things to announce here, and we've got some pretty cool comments actually I've seen there as well, Nick, we need to get to as well. So keep them coming through. We're going to have a chat to them about them after this, but we'll be back very shortly. All right, guys, welcome back to show 49 of the Moto Limited Show presented by Street Race Solutions. We have our second and final guest of the evening, and there's a good reason we have this guy on here, Nick. We got a big announcement to come with Joel Rizzo here. He's going to be brought to you by Ride Tribe Designs, Nick, the guys at Ride Tribe Designs. New graphics company for us on board. They were part of the backyard stuff going out on their own, as we discussed a few weeks ago. They are doing us up some sweet sticky kits, Nick, for this next little project we got coming up. But what code do they need to use if they want to?
You need to go and use... I think it's Is it Capital?
No, just Moto Limited.
Just Moto Limited, and that'll get you 15% off your order.
Yep, when you go to Ride Tribe.
I couldn't remember if it was Capitals or not.
Just go to the website, talk to them. You can either email them direct, get a custom design kit. They're going to have some pre-designed stuff on their website coming soon. So work in progress, but do top-notch stuff. We're brought to you by Ride Tribe Designs tonight. We have the one, the only Joel Rizzo, mate. What is going on?
Oh, not much, mate. Yourself?
Mate, we're busy here on a Monday night. We've got a big announcement coming on. We should have got you on a little bit earlier, but we're going to do it now anyway. But the 125 Cup, Nick, on Saturday down at Stanmore. There's been all this social media hype going on.
Like Gypsy and all these boys down there, they've been just carrying on social media. That's all I've been seeing.
Yeah.
So now we don't like doing this.
Yeah.
They've upset me. Now we're going to go. Now we're going to find a rider. We're going to put him on a 125. We're going to go down there to Gypsy's homeland, and we're going to go and smoke these guys.
We are. So Joel Rizzo is officially the Moto Limited Show 125 Cup rider. You got some big old shoes to fill because, we're going for the top, mate.
We're going for gold.
It's the only way, really, isn't it? You got to. You just got to line up and do it.
Nick and I, we as I said, we've been sort of sitting on this and we're just kind of looking and we're like, we don't have 125s. There's not a chance I'm going down there to ride in the state I'm in. And then I seen you pop up with a little, should I do the 125 Cup? Got straight on the phone and I'm like, I couldn't think of anyone better, Nick.
Yep.
To go out there and just shred with the boys. And
I seen some footage.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
They're all them boys, Gypsy, if you're listening, should be scared, mate. Coming.
Joel's coming. You went up to Stanmore on the weekend, Joel, and had a bit of a ride around, and you got the YZ125 dialed in.
Yeah, man, that's correct. Going back a bit there, you're the main instigator, really. I was literally doing a first aid course when you rang me, and then I was like,
that may come and help.
You got me. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Look, it's that's how it went. Hey, it's obviously it's Brooks' bike. It sits in the shed. You know what it's like around here. Tracks are all time around here. We don't really, you don't find us much on social media.
Nah.
But yourself, you've been down this way. Tracks, mate, the best. That's why, I struggled to go line up at the shelf. I struggled to go do that because they're in the backyard.
Yeah. No, dude, his track, Nick, at his out. I have to take you to Joel's house.
You've told me some stories about it.
Dude, his track's epic. And then the one you just built at Ronnie Graham's place there as well.
I can imagine these jumps a bit big.
They're big.
That's just what I can imagine in my head.
They're good, and there's been a couple of good guys coming down. I know that MX Store has a little bit to do with Ron, and Blake Coburn and all them guys have been down there. So the hype's around the track, but we try to keep it pretty quiet,
pretty low key. Don't let anyone know.
It's our own thing. We're close to the coast, but in saying that, on the weekend, man, shot up that way. I was going up that way anyways. I rang after you rang me. I rang Charlie Costanza, and I was like, "Hey man, can you slot a 105 in by any chance?" And he's like, yeah, maybe. And then, we got a pretty good mutual relationship, and me and him are on the same page, just straight up. And he's like, yeah, man, come up. So that's where it went. We got a bid in. Wasn't going there to, it's obviously the 125 race at the end of the day. It's whoever gets a start, and it's going to be the first three corners. That's it. We're not on a 450, man. We're not separating. It is Stanmore. It is like a stadium course track.
Yes.
But that's what's going to bring the racing. It's going to be tough, hey?
Yeah, it's going to be tight. I think there's going to be a lot of rubbing. A lot of rubbing, dude.
Yeah.
How do we feel with rubbing? Are we good?
Rubbing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
if you're gonna put people down, it's all right. I'll sort this out.
I don't mind a shootout. We'll leave it at that.
Yes, dude. So for people that don't know of Joel's been around racing for years and years, and like freak talent on a dirt bike. So when I could make this happen, I mean, I've known Joel since I was 6 years old, racing in Lismore, and like I've seen him do things on a dirt bike where I'm just like, that's stupid. Like I don't even know why you would even think that was humanly possible. So when this came about, it was something that I was real passionate about. But when you talk about Robin is racing, Nick, I have the funniest story. I was not going to blow myself out, but I am.
Do it.
Do you remember that one at Mundubra? On Junior Lights 4-strokes. This is a long time ago, Joel, but you center punched me going, is before, how Mundubra you go up and down all the hills, and it was the one where you went up and you sort of just turned and then dropped away.
Yeah, at the very start. The first hill you go up, no.
The second. Further down. Yeah. Before you go near the step up.
The table there,
So I come into there and it's practice, like first lap. and I'm like out wide to sweep through, like jump over and go down. And next minute I hear and then bang, and Joel has hit me like
That's what I want to see.
third gear, first lap of practice. And I was like, what are we doing here, Joel?
Hey, that's what I want to see. I said, saw some front ends off. It's fine, Joel.
Hey, do you want to know what his excuse was?
What?
I missed the rear brake.
Hey, I'll take you. If that's what we're going to do, Joel, I'll take your rear brake lever off Saturday. I'll bolt that
I
thing.
wasn't running that.
Oh, dude. I know from there, like, if you get around Joel, you just know that you're getting a bit of a rub at some point. So it's going to be pretty fun.
Hey, absolutely.
So if you're around the Gold Coast area, come down. We're taking the setup. The Moto Limited Show setup's going down there. We're freshening up your bike, Joel, with a lot of the show sponsor stuff, which you use anyway. Link have supported you throughout your racing career. So we're just topping up some of the stuff you already got. Ride Tribe Designs, who brought you Joel Rizzo tonight, are hooking him up with a sticky kit, big Moto Limited Show
I'm
one.
excited to see it.
Which a little bit, and as we talked about earlier, the Ride Tribe Design stick kit is a throwback to the Yamaha Troy with the big dragon.
Traffic.
So
we're going to look good.
Little retro, and but no, it's gonna be sick. As I said, for us, we're there just going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And as I said, personally for me, like giving Joel an opportunity to cover it all for him and get him some stuff, like I don't know,
I'm just there for war.
Yeah, Nick's there. Nick is there for the backlash.
The backlash. Sick of seeing this 125 thing on social media. Everyone carrying on. So now we're going to go down there. We're going to beat them.
Take the heavy hitters.
Take the heavy hitters, beat them. Then we just ride off back up here and keep doing what we do.
And the other thing, Joel, and this is not putting you down at all, but Joel is slightly vertically challenged.
That's all right.
Which is great on a 125.
Yeah,
his power to weight ratio is sick.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's going to play in the factor. And the age is it's getting up there, but it's okay.
How old are you now, Joel?
Just turned 30.
Holy.
Yeah.
You're still in your prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peak. Yeah. You mean him.
30. Still act 20.
Yeah. You watch him ride a bike. He rides like a 20-year-old.
That's what I like to see.
The one thing we got to say is obviously a massive thank you to your partner Brooke. This is actually her bike that we're going up there to.
Yeah, she's risking the blow up.
I said, I know you got a 125. It's not yours, but we appreciate Brooke for lending it out.
I appreciate you guys, making the phone call, making the effort, all the sponsors that are involved. Definitely needs it. I've been around a bit. So has everybody else, Robbie and Dan and everybody's there. You're for a good time. You're good, for the sponsors too. And, to get the sport back up to not where it was, it will never be like that. No. But, to throw it out there, Gold Coast, it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, it's a fun time, and you know us, Joe. We like to have a good time. So
when it's fun, it gets real fun. We'll put it at that.
That is for sure. But as I said, we wanted to get you on to announce that. I was hoping, and we've still got some planning to do, but I would really like to get you out in studio and sit down one-on-one, do a one-on-one with Joel, because as I said, Joel and I are only, I think, when were you born? You're like a July kid too, aren't you?
No, end of January.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Well, we're born at the same time. We've grown up racing together our whole lives. Like, yeah.
Same little town.
Yeah, born in Lismore.
We don't advertise that. We say Byron or Bowen, mate.
You still live there and you're not even saying it. That's funny. But no, I'd like to deep dive because you, as you just said, Joel, like the sport's probably not going to get back to what it used to be. I mean, you and I got to go through it in what I think it was the heyday, and I mean most people would say probably the same. So
it'd be unreal to bring up names like Mitch Austin and Mikey Rogers and a few other guys. This area is quite popular. It's the breeding ground of riding. Look at Ferris.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, for reference.
Ask Ferris.
Yeah.
You know, ask Waters where he goes riding to the Cove or sand track at Cooks. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, no, it's epic.
It's the breeding ground.
Yeah, it's epic. And I said the tracks down there are all epic. You know, you got everything to pick from down there, and it's just a little far away from where all the racing is here in Southeast Queensland. But if you enjoy traveling, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's only an hour and 50 minutes away.
Only. No, we're definitely going to go down, and
I'm keen, dude.
We'll go for a ride,
I'd love to. Coffs Harbour all that way down there. It's good. It's a good time for sure.
Yeah, we spoke about it last week. We had why am I drawing a blank? Yeah. Why are we both blanking?
I don't know, but yeah, keep going. We had this exact conversation. We were talking about the tracks. I was
Jed Parsons.
Yeah,
there's the name. We had Jed on, and he's an Inverell kid. I mean, Inverell was epic back in the day too. Like, go and visit all those old tracks that I personally grew up on, and you too, Joel. So there's some cool stuff down that way that I think gets a little unspoken. So,
it does. Yeah, for sure. It's very it's not in the social media scheme of things, you know.
Hey, it's funny though, when we were putting all the posts up this morning for the show, and Nick goes, "What's Joel's Instagram tag?" And I'm like, Joel doesn't have Instagram, I don't think.
Yeah, you need to learn that one, Nick.
Just Facebook.
Just Facebook. Well, have you started the pasta yet, Joel? Are we getting have you started the pasta yet? Are we
go fast?
Are we getting the pasta? Are we getting some good solid sleep? We getting up doing runs in the morning, mate? Or
he's
straight off the couch to the W.
I don't drink, so I'm good there. But obviously we do our riding. We've been riding. We can't lie about that.
Joel's whole thing, his whole career is like he barely trained much. He just rode all the time.
I believe Kerrod told me that.
Yeah.
Kerrod was like, he's one of these dudes that is just naturally talented at riding a motorcycle.
We went down there in 18. Remember when Corey Abood and I came down that Easter? We're like, we brought our cycle bikes and stuff. Joel's like, what are we going to do with that?
Well, you can't, man. Have you seen the road?
Yeah, the road's hideous.
Oh, it's pretty rough?
Yeah.
Probably a dirt road or something.
Yeah, they're pretty rough. But Joel's like, I ain't cycling. What's that? We're not doing that stuff. We just go riding all the time.
My type of guy.
Yeah. We'll just go moto. It's good.
Yeah, especially when you got what Joel's got in his backyard. But no, man, we appreciate you coming on. As I said, anyone that's around the Gold Coast area, get down to the Gold Coast Motocross Club. They're at Stanmore. We're going to be there. There's a whole heap of names coming, and the big 29 Moto Limited Show YZ125. Hopefully, just shredding out front, Nick.
Yep.
Showing them way around, and there's some bonuses on the line.
Yeah.
And trust me, if there's a W, there's some. We're popping some corks, but
I'm probably going to be popping corks anyway. But yeah, Joel's been spoken. Joel knows what's up. If the positions are there, there is cash incentives.
There's cash incentives for different obstacles.
Look out.
Check it out. All right, Joel, we'll let you go, bud, because you told us you like to go to bed early, so we've kept you up.
No, he's going to bed early. Yeah. He needs good solid sleep.
Nick's taking this full serious, dude.
I'm coming down to a boot camp with you Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll get up for the cycle in the morning, mate.
All right, Joel, man, we appreciate the time. We'll talk during the week, and I think we'll probably have to have you back on again next week to break all this down, because I think we're about to have a heap of fun with it. But I want to get you on to announce it, and we'll talk soon.
Righto. Talk to you later.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Joel.
See you, mate.
Bye. We're on. 125 Cup, baby. We're coming.
Coming for you.
Yeah.
Everyone down there.
It's one of those things though, like Joel's been around sport a long time and can ride, but he doesn't have the name that other riders have.
You don't need a name, mate. That's what we prove every day.
That's why I went and got him, because he's one of those guys that hasn't done it. But Nick, we got some comments coming through.
Got some comments.
There's some funny stuff. I'm pretty bummed we didn't get to that earlier, but there's some funny comments in there.
So Bailey Middleton, no glasses equal 40% golf accuracy. The Pit Vibers, 100% golf accuracy. That is correct, Bailey. You are right. Me and Bailey can't hit a golf ball to save our lives. We put on the Pit Vibers, which I should have got a photo. I got a photo there that ended up on social media. I should have put that up. We put them things on, and we were swacking balls over the M1.
Was it the CC and drives we were trying to pump into Bailey as well?
Yeah,
maybe help.
And the sand wedge.
Wait, how was it? I could not hit the driver to save my life. She's got the sand wedge out, and I'm hitting it like further with the sand wedge.
How was the whole, just tap it on there, thing comes there, and I just walk in and just go, whack. I could, and that was the pit vibers, 100%, all that. So, Anthony Ratledge, Bailey Middle, I've seen the videos. That's right. That's why you want to follow the Moto Limited Show on Facebook and Instagram. We tend to put up all sorts of stuff, whether it's silly, funny, or just moto stuff. It's a bit of everything. Hey, Trent.
Yeah, we keep it going.
Kerry Hartwig, thank you guys so much. Corey's beside himself, excited, and so am I for him. The prize is amazing. Couldn't do it without your help. Congratulations, Kerry. It's just as much your prize as it is Corey. So we love that.
Yeah, we love it. We appreciate you entering that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Brash Woodstock. Is JB51 a changed man, or is it he is now religious and apologizing for his sins? Make his transgressions forgivable.
That's epic. That's nearly going to win the comment of the night.
Yeah.
That is, Brash, that was epic, dude.
Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. The question is there. JB51, Mr. Josh and Barsha, Gas, the new bike. Is he a changed man?
Nah, he just got some good starts. Felt froggy. If he does this 3 or 4 weeks in a row, yes, but same as Supercross. He come out swinging Supercross.
I need to see more than 3 weeks to jump on that. But hey, it's cool. Gas getting the first win of the
Spanish brand built in Austria.
the pro motor, the American pro motocross. So Dean Edmonds, what is your thoughts on the Aussie chances of a podium at the MX of Nations? Dean, you would have heard us talk about this with Scott Lillis just before about the team we're going to have. Look, every year we have a really good team. We put ourselves in awesome positions with what the stuff we have. The rider support we have isn't as best as some of the other guys. So it doesn't matter if we had Australian riders, if we have Jet and all them, I think we are always in a contention for a podium, Trent.
We are, and as Scott's point was relevant, if we can get them over there on factory equipment, our chances go up because there's less.
And give them the equipment they deserve.
Yeah, that's
and support.
Right. They're shredding, and our team's going to be strong this year. We spoke about it very early. AMX of Nations talk started early, Nick, but now we're getting closer to the time. Dude, if you sent the two Lawrence brothers and either Jed or Wilson Todd, that's a freaking badass team.
Dude, incredible. But keep on though. So Darren Mayer, the cash team. Bit hype there from our Link International man himself, Darren Mayer. Kelly Cash Hudson would like to thank his mum for submitting his photo and the Moto Limited and Moto. Congratulations, Kelly and Hudson. You guys have got enough oil to last you 10 years for a little mini. Yeah, Brock Smith, the man, when that was regarding Mr. Joel Rizzo himself.
Yeah.
125 God.
Yeah, he's coming on board to shred for the Moto Limited Show, and as we said, we appreciate Joel. As I said, it was me scrolling social media as I do just popped up, and I was like, "What are the chances, Nick? Let's see, see what we can do." Because as I said, we're about trying to support local riders and people. As I said,
that's just the stuff we do, the stuff we give away. We just want to support people that haven't been given everything or can't afford it or haven't been given the stuff in life to be able to make it happen, Trent. So to be able to do this, it's something pretty cool.
That's it. That is that, Nick. That is that,
and that's about it.
That is it. Reminder for our archive listeners, and we had a couple of live listeners already send through air filter pictures of their dirty air filters. You got 2 weeks. Send through the dirtiest picture of an air filter that you own or have pulled out of a motorcycle to motolimited@gmail.com or DM us at Moto Limited Show on Facebook or Instagram. You win a Moto air filter kit, oil change kit, and an MC Care Pack valued at $250 recommended retail price drawn in 2 weeks.
You have 2 weeks to do that. Show 51.
That's it.
That's what we like.
Yeah, bam, 51.
I kind of want to win that. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. Motul air filter kit.
Yes.
A oil change kit and an MC Care Pack with Fruit Loop spray.
Fruit Loopy spray. Big congratulations, obviously, Gareth Stewart, who won the chain from last week.
You get some sprockets, bro.
And our winners of the 4-litre. Who won the 7100 again? You wrote that down because you picked the... No, Wiz, we haven't.
No, I was going to say we've done the other one.
My apologies.
Have you got some stuff written down there?
Yeah.
Wiz?
What's your favorite comment? You're picking this. This is your part of the show, so let's.
Yeah, so obviously we've got the Brash Woodstock one, the JB51 being a changed man.
Yeah, that was pretty epic.
Bailey Middleton with the Pit Vipers.
Yeah, the Pitties. Yeah.
Yeah. As for funny ones, I'd say that's mostly it. If you want fun facts, then you've got the Penguins.
Dude, one of those two, whoever those two were early on, that just wrote the random fact.
I like that.
We just threw that out there as a funny thing.
You choose your best fact. Give me to me. Are those two your best fact?
The one you appreciate
the most. As long as it doesn't involve sharks.
So out of the two there, I think the Penguins one is.
So who's that? I don't have the one list.
Harrison Edwards.
Read it to us again.
Fun fact of penguins: a group of penguins in the water is called a raft, but on land they're called a waddle.
A waddle. And who did that?
Harrison Edwards.
Harrison Edwards,
you have won yourself a 4 litre of 7100 4-stroke oil. Hopefully you have a 4-stroke for that to go into. But if you entered a play, you have what you need. So, thanks to the guys at Moto and Link International for hooking us up there to 4 litres worth of oil gone tonight, as well as plenty of other stuff. Again, Corey Chicken, congratulations on winning the Privateer Takeover. We'll have to probably get him on here next week as well.
Yeah. I think he's reasonably local.
They're the north side.
Hey, we might be able to get him in here. Get him and his mother in here.
A bit of experience in studio.
For sure.
Oh, that's a rough gig coming in studio with us.
Just hanging out with us is rough.
Yeah,
I can attest to that.
Dude, how
easy bad, I'll turn you off.
How good?
You don't have the power.
Yeah, get out of it. I'm going to turn you off. How good? Saturday night was good fun. We got to hang out. Team 17. There was a lot of Team 17 going on. Talia Drew was there.
Yeah, T Drew, 17.
Just throwing out the Insta stories, which was...
We'd like to see her embracing it. So, yeah, there is the T17 merch. So go on to www.motolimited.show.com. Go to the shop there. You better click on the header that says Team 17, as well as all their other merchandise on their Trent. But anything you buy Team 17 goes to support Talia Drew and her racing and everything she does. So
yeah, she's got some exciting stuff coming up too.
Yep, for sure.
Exciting news for next week's show, Nick. We got show 50, which
hopefully we're coming back here with a 125 trophy.
Oh, dude, if we are, we're drinking out of it.
Can we?
Mate, it could be. Show 50. We hit the half century. We got some pretty exciting stuff coming. We've got pretty cool guests locked in as well. We were doing deals while we were inebriated.
Yeah, I seem to do a lot of them.
Yeah, but
I think I don't know how I'm going to explain this to our accountant.
Yeah, don't worry about
that. What is this? Look,
business expense.
Business expense. I was drunk. He was drunk. These things happen.
We do that, but we should have Ross Beaton on next week's show. That's a big one for me. Get him on, see what's happening with obviously with the Pro MX all being postponed and that, and him having the training, and we did have both red plates in both the big bikes, but obviously Regan lost it the last round, but he's got those two riders, and just going through that with him, breaking that down, and trying to line him up for a one-on-one as well.
Yeah, for sure. We will have a couple of in-studio guests. Not gonna say it at the moment, but look out Friday for the Instagram post, and that'll give you an idea who's going to be in here. But hey, show 50. We're going to go hard.
Yeah, half century. We're gonna raise the bat. If you're a cricket player, you know what that means. Claws up. Plenty of them going around as well. So I think that's going to do us, Nick. Bit of Washougal next weekend.
I'm excited for Washougal. It's like one of the old classics,
Yeah, and like traditional hard pack track.
Yeah,
like OG hard pack. They haven't tried to fluff that thing up. They just, it's hard.
We do it every show.
Yeah.
Washougal. Give me a 450.
Oh, actually, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
But I forgot to mention when we really skimmed the 250 stuff. We apologize for that.
Yeah.
J-Mark going 1-1.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming.
No, I seen a podium.
Somebody that did. Brock Sleater. Said he was going to win, and I'm pretty sure he may have said 1-1. I got to go back through his
interview. His home tracks,
but he's never really won there. And then he comes out and goes 1-1 after being like. And the other thing, Nick, he is beat up, dude.
Yeah,
he has like half a body that works, and the other half doesn't at all. So how wherever that came from. And in the press conference, I asked him how good that Yamaha was. Obviously, follow along last year who battled with Ferrandis on that 250 Honda, and he's like, I jumped Mount Martin and landed and shifted up, and what did you say? It was barking up there.
The thing was barking.
The thing was barking, and I was like, that's sick. So
I like them two Martin brothers.
Yeah.
You know, that is their home facility. Their parents own the facility. You can go ride it over there. And another thing is they don't use Mount Martin.
No.
During the year, it only gets used for the pro race there. So that I thought was pretty interesting, Trent.
Yeah, little fun facts in the press conference. You guys, you're welcome.
Yeah,
I'll ask the hard questions.
No
softballs from you, Nick.
No softballs from me. So we go direct to the point. Blow me out later.
So I got to give Brock Sleater a shout out because he did say it, and there is video evidence on the. Actually, that's just finished coding, so that'll be up on Wednesday. The Brock Sleater interview.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, see how he's going. But he picked it. J-Mar, so I got to give him props. He did. Hey, you know what he did though? Straight in the DMs. Don't know if you've seen the results yet, Trent. J-Mart 1-1. I was like, kid.
Hey,
give you kudos.
He likes giving me a bit of slack about the number 17 of Joey Savacci.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He's a great kid.
Great kid. So I've got to give him a shout out. But anyway.
But back to where we were going.
Yes.
We do it every week with Shergill. Give me a 250 winner. Give me a 450 winner.
Wiz, I'll pad for you so you have a little bit of time to think here. Dude, I don't think J-Mart's going to repeat it. The 250 is wide open, dude. Like, it's so hard to predict.
Yeah.
Like, Jet could come out and just turn this thing around, or he could keep going the direction he's going. I don't know. I'm going to say, I'll give you a hot take that's not hot at all. J Coop's on the podium again.
Yeah.
That's all I can predict. Other than that, he could win. I don't know.
I'm gonna go RJ.
I'm
gonna go RJ. It is a bit of a dodgy one, but of course Justin Cooper will be on the podium. RJ will win, and one of the Lawrence brothers will be on there with him. I reckon it could be Hunter.
All right.
So
what do you got? Wiz,
what do you got? 250.
Ooh. Coop, RJ, Hunter on podium.
Ooh. J Coop win though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying J Coop win.
Okay.
You guys don't like to live dangerously.
No, not out on the edge, mate.
Like going off what he's been doing lately, like it's hard to bet against J Coop. Like,
yeah. I mean, he's consistent, but yeah.
And I just look at it and go, a track like this, it's probably less likely for RJ to be able to wash the front.
Well, if it does, it's going to hurt more.
That's what I mean.
It's hard.
And I think he does this stuff well.
Yeah.
And like a lot of these West Coast guys going to do well in this. It's hard pack. It's your normal. No, I'm not going to say your normal, but it's more of a traditional sort of motocross. So I'm going to go with him. 450 Trent. Give me an overall winner.
Give me some Dylan Ferrandis.
You need some Dylan Ferrandis?
Easy.
Bit of French toast.
Just keep this streak alive.
Frenchie can drive.
Frenchie can drive.
Where's 450?
Frenchie. Like,
yeah.
Is there? Would there be another choice in this regard?
Yep,
there is. But
Eli Tomac.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
Eli Tomac. Yeah. Eli will win it. Eli won't go 1-1. But Eli will win.
So that bet is on. You need to write that down too, Wiz, please. 1-1. If he goes 1-1, I get the clause. If he doesn't, I give you guys some clause.
All right, let me ask you a quick question. You've just gone Ferrandis is going to win.
Yeah.
But you've also said that Tomac will go 1-1.
Yeah.
What track does he go 1-1 on?
Ironman.
All right. Even if it's a mutter?
You're welcome.
Even if it's a mutter? Not a chance. That thing's a mutter. Eli don't even finish.
But that's if it's a mutter. If it's not, he'll be there. It'll be somewhere around there. I feel like Ironman. He's done good there in the past.
Oh, he's done good there.
Yeah, I think he's gone 1-1 there.
Yeah, definitely has. He's gone 1-1 on a lot of tracks I've been to so far as well.
Eli will definitely podium at Washougal though. I reckon I can say that.
He'll either win or he won't podium. I reckon.
Yeah,
that's Eli.
That's nearly where we're at the moment.
That's nearly where we're at. Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway.
It'll be like 4-5 for 11th overall.
Yeah. Nick, upcoming events.
Yes.
Obviously, 125 Cup coming up here in the coming weeks. So we're excited to have some local racing. Week after next, Coolum,
Queensland MX titles. Round number 1 from Coolum Pines MX, Trent.
Come up there. As I said, the whole Moto Limited Show stuff we had there, you and I are on the mic. So that's why we're going to need to have somebody sort of floating around doing some video stuff for us with Corey. Come up there, support it, support Corey as well. As I said, he's going to be riding under the Moto Limited Show banner. So, we'll be up there for that. Then we got 2 weeks after that. We're in Mackay, I think it is, August 28, 29. So 3 weeks.
Yep. Pretty much a month after.
Yeah, Mackay for the second round to wrap that thing up. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, Nick, we get some pro motocross back.
Yeah. Look, I'm at a loss.
Yeah.
With what's going on at the moment. Seriously, I don't understand how we can have football. We can have everything going on, but we can't have freaking motocross where dudes have helmets on, where it's not like it is contact, but it's not. I just think it's just a joke now. It really is.
Especially when they cram like 20, 30,000 people in the stadium. And it's like, all good.
It's, all other motor racing, supercars, everything like that continues. They're working their way around it, even though they're probably going to stay in Queensland.
Coming to Ipswich.
Yeah. Look, if this thing continues, it seriously is a conversation that needs to be had, Trent, to keep motocross going, and whether that's going to be running this thing in Queensland to get this thing done. I think they're prepared to go all the way through to December if they need to.
Yeah.
But it's just...
It just sucks because we had such a good momentum going with the series. It was starting to trend in the right direction. Now it's kind of just been put on hold, you know?
Yeah, and it's like...
We're like, you and I, and this is, again, for us, I mean, it's probably not us being selfish, but us being in the media. Like, we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But what is there to talk about?
Yep.
Like, sorry. So we then go and reach out and do these other, have to go to the other series, and even the state stuff all sort of stopped, which is another conversation if you're a follower of the Sunshine State MX series.
But it's like, it's that as well. When we got into the press conference, I think it was last week, before we even started, I already had a question from Racer X in America with what is going on with your Australian motocross at the moment. Yeah. What's the reason behind it?
Yeah.
And we had to go, look, it's on hold. We don't know anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the whole thing at the moment. We were getting momentum. We were getting a lot of people viewing. Like Scott said, we've got people internationally that are watching this.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing going on. There's not, it'd be cool just to see, hey, look, these are the dates we're going to go.
Yeah.
Give us something.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my rant.
That's it. We'll finish. That went down, Nick. We'll bring this back up. So plenty of stuff coming though here on the Moto Limited Show. As we said, next month we've got a big contest coming as well for some more stuff. You avid listeners and viewers of the show.
Avid.
That's a good word. As we said, we appreciate everyone who gets in here live, gets in the comment section. It was popping tonight. We want to, as I said, we're looking at changing things up a little bit. The live show is going to be a little bit more interactive, Nick, and some cool stuff coming with it, and take a little bit of the review side out of it, and just have a pure review pod where you and I can deep dive into it. And if you're interested,
things are always changing, Trent.
Yeah,
we'll keep doing what we're doing.
And
You're up.
Oh, I've just lost track.
You're right, mate.
I lost track of my train of thought there. I apologize. But that's coming some one-on-ones, Nick. Plenty of one-on-ones coming down the pipeline as well. We're going to sit down with some people and do some cool stuff with that. Heaps to them. So we appreciate everybody who is a part here of the Moto Limited Show and gets this far through on a Monday night. As I said, Wednesday, I would imagine the Brock Sleater interview will be up and live on archive. If you listen to the archive, or be on YouTube if you want to watch it on there. Interesting story of what he's been through here in the last couple of weeks, perforating his bow and everything like that. But Nick, we can't do it without a certain bunch of people.
That we cannot, Trent. And these amazing bunch of people. Street Race Solutions, Roo Systems, Ride Try Designs, Hyperlyfe Clothing, National Luna, KTR, RK Chains and Sprockets, Queensland Bike and Four-Wheel Drive, MPE Suspension, and Moto Oils, Trent. Massive thank you goes out to those guys helping us, which is ideally helping the sport as well.
That's right. And if you guys want to deal on any of those products, hit us up at motolimitedShow@gmail.com or slide into the DMs. We can hook you up with whoever we need to get you sorted out with any of those products. But it's gonna be about it.
Apart from that, mate, that's we're done. We're out of here.
Wrap this up. Wiz, appreciate it.
Cheers, boys.
Love your work.
As always.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my wife, my kids, as always, for everything they do. They're not actually here right now. It's
quiet.
It's very quiet.
It's very quiet.
I'm going to have to go and find out where everyone's at.
Start a search party.
Send out a search party. I know where they are, guys. Okay, settle. Nick.
Hello.
Appreciate you, bud, being here.
Thank you, mate.
Every Monday night. Come in
Monday nights are the easy ones, bro.
Come in with gusto early. I appreciate that. You know what? Hey, Wiz, you know what we're working on next week?
No idea yet.
Gusto. You know where you come in full of gusto, just really popping. We want a full show of Nick on gusto.
Look,
don't bring Pro MX up.
Last week was a little bit down, dude. We just copped absolute freaking hell on social media. And also, I'm not going to let that worry me. Just come in here. We're going to make it popping. Monday night's the easy night, Trent. It's easy for us.
It is.
It's the less night week. Well, technically, it starts at 8:30, 9 o'clock when we finish the show. That's when work starts for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, we enjoy it. A lot of cool stuff coming up this weekend. 125 Cup. I'm coming home with a trophy.
Oh, look at that.
Give me a look while we're live. Wow.
Oh, jeepers. Wes from Ride Tribe Designers just sent us through the sticky kit all printed up, and it looks epic.
Dude, that is flash.
Blue, light blue, dark blue, and green. We are coming in. Looking fast.
We're bringing back a trophy.
The 125. I'm getting the plastics off the thing and they're hanging out in the studio.
Yeah, no, we need to do that. That is pretty cool.
That's happening. That is happening. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap up here. Show 49 of the Moto Limited Show. We'll be back next week with show 50. Half a century. We've gotten that far. We appreciate everyone who listens live, who gets in the comment section. Appreciate all of our winners tonight of all the cool stuff. You guys are killing it. Corey Chicken, bud.
It's on.
Congratulations.
You're going to be sick of us.
This is our first this is a big prize that we've been lucky enough to give away, and I couldn't think of a more deserving,
Absolutely. And we can only see that as well, Trent, with the amount of people that have commented in there about his family and about everything they do and his situation. So I'm
pumped.
Yeah, dude, I am too. It's going to be a really fun weekend, and I can't wait to hang out and have some fun.
As we do.
And sit over the fence, cheer. Actually, I won't be doing that. I'll be cheering on the mic.
Cheering everybody up.
Making bets.
Alrighty, guys. We are going to wrap this one up. This has been Show 49, Moto Limited Show, presented by Street Race Solutions. From Nick and myself, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Said I'm a fan of the show. What you guys got going on is awesome, and whoever's listening out there, you better keep freaking watching these guys because they're doing some cool stuff, man. So